Who else here?
Hello, everyone. Sorry we are late as usual.
You can count on us always being late. There we go. Now you can see.
Hello, everybody. I hope that you hung in there for just a little bit. We're sorry for the delay. And let us know if you can hear and see okay. If you're having any trouble, let us know. I'm increasing the speakers, so hopefully everybody can hear.
Bring your chair over.
And I'm going to say hello to everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Anthony and Casey, that's us. And J. Mars, Dallas, Jeff, Dan Bear.
Dan Bear, I like that name.
Lioness. Hello from sunny Oregon.
Oh, cool.
Dallas.
Sunny Oregon? Wow.
Dallas. Hello, Dallas. And okay, so again, sorry for the delay. I'll get my Coco, you're in the way.
Coco's always in the way.
My little dog Coco.
There we go.
She's a funny girl. Okay. Get my phone. So we haven't been on a live stream for a month. And
we should have put the other computer up here. We could have read all the messages and saw a big screen.
Well, we will do that next time. We've got another we got another computer, so we're gonna hopefully have more capabilities. Hello, No Spring Chicken. And
time will pass.
Yay! Happy thoughts, Mama Sue. Hello, everybody. Thank you all for joining. We thought maybe
Isn't that time will pass?
Lost you. Time will pass. Yeah, because because it's been a little bit. But we are here, and we want to just look forward to saying hello to everybody and see how everyone's doing. You can interact with each other. If there's anything you want to share and comments, please do so. Also, you can come on the stage. In fact, let me go ahead and do that. I forgot to put that in the description. I think I didn't do the description today.
No.
So I'm going to post that here in the comments.
Oh, it's going to be loud.
You do the description today.
No.
So if you want to come on the stage, I just put it in the comments here. You are welcome to come on. If you have anything you want to share with us, please do so. Hi, Cedric. Oh, Mama Sue, missed you guys. Yay, we missed you too. And we are glad that you're here. And let's see. Yes. All right. So cool. So everybody's just saying hello to everybody. And
it's been a minute.
Yes. Well, so I guess we can go ahead and get into the information. We're all talking about this to death, I guess. But
good gracious. Every channel, and then the ones that's not even JWs are talking about it.
Oh, yeah. Like, okay, so we know the whole blood thing, right? I just did a video too, so go check it out. I just did it today. And it's I put my own spin on it. So it's not the same stuff over and over. Okay, we all have our own little spin. So that way, if you want to watch everybody's spin on it, it's worth it because everybody has a little different perspective.
Yep.
So I throw a little sense of humor in there. So
Cedric.
The whole blood thing. Okay, so yes, actually I have also seen there was another channel called Light Over Dark Ministries, and he is not a Jehovah's Witness, never has been. I believe his wife was, but he has his own channel that his wife isn't even a part of. And he talks about a lot of JW doctrine, and then he just posted one on the blood thing too. And he's never been a Jehovah's Witness. And of course, pretty much every Jehovah's Witness XJW channel out there is doing one because it is big. It is a big thing. And I mean, it's like big and little at the same time is what I would say, because
it's little, but it's leading into something big.
Right. So you think, well, take your blood out and store it and put it back in. Okay. What are the odds you're ever going to do that? Hi, Jay. That organization is finished. I know, Cedric.
CJ.
I love it. Hey, CJ. Oh, Dallas, he missed being with us. Oh, we missed you too. Dallas. Yes, we love our community here. And So I was actually talking to somebody about that storing the blood thing, and apparently it's really not a practical situation you'd ever put yourself in. For one thing, in order for you to store blood, they will only let you store 1 pint. Secondly, it costs lots of money to store your blood. They don't let you just do it for free. There's an expense, an additional cost. So if you have a planned surgery, you want to say, I want to take my blood and store it for later in case I need it. There's a cost to that. So it's not something they would typically do in surgeries and stuff. So what are the odds you'd ever really do that? Jeff says, honestly, I don't think that their changes to blood doctrine are all that big. I agree. It only covers a specific unusual set of circumstances. Right. Something that, what are the odds? You never need to do that. I agree with you, Jeff. And, okay. No Spring Chicken says, back in the beginning of AIDS, it was a thing. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. The new light on blood is as confusing as the new light on education.
Well, basically all it is to try to appease Norway and all the lawsuits going on against them, or where they're trying to take away their funding and they're trying to make someone happy for it. They're saying, look what we're doing now. And it just proves what financial distress they're in. Yeah. This proof they're sinking. It's over.
You're right, Lioness. No hospital is going to manage that stupidity. And then Jay says that blood only lasts 35 to 42 days. Anyways, so, what's the point? And like higher education, like they flip-flop or they just throw in. I say they throw in little tidbits, oh, you can toast now. I mean, what are the odds you're going to be doing that? Anyways,
think of all the little things they've done in the past 3 years. Yeah. And it's kind of like, here's a good example, guys. Nonsense. It's kind of like the Epstein files. You're never going to see justice in that. They're going to talk it to death and distract people away from what really happened. Same thing the witnesses are doing. And it's PR. And that's all it is. If you got a good publicist, you can do anything you want. And they've learned how to be good publicists. And they're trying to make themselves and paint themselves a pretty picture so that next time they go to court, they'll say, well, look at this. And it means nothing.
Yes. Right. They want to make sure that they don't come across as inhumane with their shunning policies and their no blood transfusion. I mean, it is, in some countries, it is considered a violation of human rights. And they're trying to get that charitable status.
Exactly, Linus.
Yeah, they do little things to make them seem like, it's not so bad. Trying to appease the minions and courts. Very good. Very good. It's so true. Okay, Jeff says the bigger news to me is that what? Oh, Loesch revealed that Christians are not under the Mosaic law.
Duh.
I know, right? Well, that's their excuse for saying that they can use the blood. I'm like, but and the only reason they ever said no blood is because of one little blurb the Apostle Paul said in Acts. It is like two words, and you're just like, okay. So the Apostle Paul, now they take his words and they just kind of go crazy with it. They also, the reasons for shunning comes from writings that they read from the Apostle Paul. So, yeah, it's kind of annoying. Toasting really bothered me, but this bothers me more. Yeah. Okay, so has anybody had a chance to talk to a current Jehovah's Witness and get their POV on this blood stuff? Anyone want to share? Please do so. The JW organization is a Judaizer. Anyways, yeah, point of view. Yeah. Nowadays we speak in abbreviations. Yeah, I'm learning them.
I don't, because I don't text enough.
I don't like all these abbreviations either. Like my nephew was like, he sent me a text yesterday, and I was asking him a question, and he texted me, and it was like MMHM, and I'm like, huh?
What did that mean?
So I had to go look it up. And he said, it said online, it just means, like, okay. Hi, Matthew. So, okay. Oh, Jeff? Okay, cool. Thanks, Jeff. You're going to tell us. You had to ask your cousin. Okay, but when my mother had terminal cancer in the 80s, I think she refused a blood transfusion. And I think that caused a lot of problems with our non-JW family. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. Happy Thoughts has been listening to Vern, and someone said her mom died on Thursday because of needing a blood transfusion.
I like Vern's. Vern's channel is really good.
Vern is wonderful. And oh, by the way, and he mentioned this in one of his videos, the algorithm is screwing us up for our the channels that are smaller channels. It's like they are unsubscribing people randomly, like YouTube is doing it. So check to make sure you're subscribed to the channels that you've been subscribed to that you want to see. And also,
unless they're paying for advertise or paying for subscribers, you pay YouTube subscribers and they put you out.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, Vern was having trouble with that. And of course, you know, us being a really small channel, of course, ours is hit or miss as well. But anyways, make sure you go watch Vern. He's a wonderful person, and he really is doing a lot to help the ex-Jehovah's Witnesses as well. One is an elder at a branch who gave me a story that affected their family for 25 years, carrying guilt that didn't have to be guilt. To a pioneer who was horrified by the announcement. Yes. And, you know, and if you, like I said in the comments, I shared the link for the to come on the stage. If you does anybody want to come on here and talk about it, you can. Matthew, if you'd like to, you can. A couple weeks ago, I told my JW sister that my best friend is donating plasma. Oh, no, sorry, boyfriend. There I go. Not getting abbreviations right. My boyfriend is donating plasma, and there was no judging. She even knew someone that worked there. Maybe she'll wake up someday. Oh, yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah. So
no spring chicken.
Cedric says Jesus put life above the commandment. Yes,
that's right.
Exactly. And if they're okay with organ transplants, what's the difference in receiving that and receiving blood, you know, to keep you alive? I talked to my JW mom today and nothing yet. I wonder if she knows. Okay, so I did talk to mom.
Oh, you did?
I did, yes. I talked to my mom and I just asked her if she had a chance to watch the update. She said, no, not yet. What's it about? Because I told her I watched it and I was like, and then and I was like, whoa, I'm a little nervous now. And so I just said, okay, well, it's about blood. You know how we were always told you can't take your blood out and store it? She's like, yeah. And I was like, well, now you can. She's like, oh, well, okay, well, that makes sense. And I was like, that makes sense. And
before you'd have been disfellowshipped, it was evil.
I was like, yeah, but it was never allowed before.
Yeah.
I mean, they still don't allow blood transfusions, I told her, but they never allowed it before. And she's like, well, they are lightening up and they're making more sense nowadays. And I'm like, okay, but what about all the other years that it didn't? I'm like, So it's just frustrating because it's like, oh, yeah, sure. Whatever they say, it makes total sense. So they change it again. No problem. I talked to my JW mom today, and oh yeah, you said that. I mean, I said that already.
Next one.
Oh, okay. The announcements will be read next week.
Oh,
the midweek meeting along with the update. Okay. Yeah, because I was thinking, what if a witness doesn't even watch the governing body update? My PME wife is Jeff Brown. We got a new guy. Thank you.
Welcome to the channel, Jeff.
Yeah. My preemie wife is complete denial that this was a reversal change. She believes the clarification angle that the Watchtower spun.
I know. You got to remember, mind control is powerful, man. Right. Very powerful things.
I know. And it's right. It's like clarification or change. No, it's change, people. It is change. Hello, the happy heretic.
Oh.
Good evening from, is that Holland?
They've been here before.
Yes.
Glad to see you on the channel again.
Sister almost died after hemorrhaging from miscarriage. Elders were there to make sure she didn't get transfusion. It's like,
jeez.
It's like, oh, it's okay. You need for you to die. Just make sure,
Well, I just donated blood a few weeks ago, and they've already used it to save somebody. It told me.
It's good. But the truth doesn't change. Exactly, Jay. It's like, it's either true or it's not true. If it wasn't true then what is it? It's a lie. Right. It was always a lie.
That's what I tell them all the time.
Yeah. God doesn't change.
If something's not true, what is it?
It's a lie.
Okay, but then if you call it new light, or no matter what you call it, it's still a lie.
It's not a
because if you taught it as the truth and then change your mind, it's a lie, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it's just new understanding. Well, it wasn't true. No matter how you dress it up, it's still a lie.
It's right on the blood card that says you cannot restore your own blood and reuse it. It says so, exactly. So they'll have to change that too on the blood cards. Jeff hasn't destroyed his no blood card, although I sure as hell don't keep it on my
oh, thank goodness. I was like, oh.
I think it'll be worth saving for younger JWs.
What'd you do with yours?
I had mine. I don't know. I might have it. I think you know what? I think I do have it saved. I'm going to go find it. I need to go see what it says. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Nadine. Okay, so Jeff says, that
Bridget burnt hers.
Oh, she did. I think it'll be worth saving for younger Jehovah's Witnesses who will never understand what the doctrine meant and how serious it was. Yes. Have proof of what their teachings were and what they are now and what they will be in the future. The new light is always changing. So we could have one day they may allow blood transfusion because they'll say, well, we're not under the Mosaic law anymore. And we don't eat blood, and we are not going to eat blood ever, of course. But if you need to save your life, that is not the same as eating blood. I mean, who's to say they couldn't just go ahead and say that right now?
Eating blood's gross.
I mean, yeah, it's not healthy or anything, but I mean, like, we're talking, it's totally different. Is saving your life.
Yeah.
I burned my blood card, but I have one that isn't filled out. Oh, okay.
Cool.
Maybe hold on to it just in case.
Yeah, it'd be worth something.
Yeah, it might, because it's going to be changing. Yeah. Do you think they'll get sued over this clarification? That's a
good idea. That's a good question. Yeah.
Because what if somebody died over that?
Yeah.
It's possible. I don't see. I mean, how it couldn't be.
It opens up the door for lawsuits. Just so you know, that's as soon as I heard it, I thought that.
Yeah, because I know.
And I Googled it, and it does. It looks like they could be sued. So. Yeah,
I was told a story about a lady who was pregnant, and she was going to. She had to have it was like a what do you call a difficult birth, and they were planning a C-section and all that, but they told her, we would like to take some of your blood and store it because we're going to need to be able to do the C-section without issues and stuff. And of course they said no, and she did survive, but they had to give her a full hysterectomy and all that. And you just wonder, well, what if she had been able to use that blood? And that was her own blood. They were going to store it just for the surgery. So there goes a lawsuit possibly there. And what if she died, So this definitely makes you wonder if there's some people out there.
Sasha Mikhails, this must be a joke.
This must be a joke. What's a joke?
That they're doing this? Nope, it's not a joke. You can go watch update number 2.
Yeah, and it's on the JW app. If you want to look it up. If you're not sure, if you don't believe what's going on. I wonder if they had Loesch give the announcement since he has 1 foot in the grave.
Look, out of all the governing body members, all of them, his is the worst talks ever. I mean, it's like this man has the emotion of a rock.
Yeah, but he won't be around long enough
for
those lawsuits coming in, Yep. So that's a good point, Jeff.
I've got 4 blood cards, but a line through them. A couple signed by elders. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, you know what it's time for?
What's that?
It's time for them to come and invite you to the memorial.
Oh, yeah. We'll have to talk about that too.
How many people's been invited to the memorial, guys?
Has anybody gotten an invitation yet to the memorial? That's coming up April 2nd.
All the inactive ones and disfellowship ones.
Yeah, because they can invite you to that even if you're disfellowship. Yep. Definition of clarification: the action of making a statement or situation less confused and more comprehensible.
Yeah, there you go. Time will pass. Very true.
Yes, except it's not. That isn't their situation. It's like completely different.
Yeah, they want to make it more confusing.
Well, it was like, it wasn't a clarification. It doesn't fall into that definition. It falls into
she got one from
change.
Her sister.
Oh, I've got an invite from my sister on Messenger. Okay.
Mama Sue never gets one. Lucky you.
Wow.
Jeff, Linus. Oh, I missed something. Linus. Cousin, closet JW. Sent me a text saying, don't start.
That's funny, Linus. Your cousin sent me a text saying, don't start referring to blood announcement. Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? Maybe that'll be the beginning of questioning the beliefs. Could be good.
Okay. Cedric got his invite.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. They usually come and knock on the door. I don't know if they'll come here again, but they might.
Memorial invitation. Exactly. We'll see if we haven't got one yet. We'll see. Jonestown, 1978, 913 children, women, and men died in a one-day massacre. One video said over 30,000 Jehovah's Witnesses died of blood refusal, but in decades, and Watchtower gets away with it.
Isn't that something? But,
interesting. Yeah.
Coercive persuasion, man. It's amazing.
That's what it
stuff.
is. Coercive persuasion. Mm-hmm. So maybe they maybe they change so that they can take blood because they know they are getting old and might need it. So like if it's your own blood and you store it, you can only store it for, Jay was saying it's a limited time. It's very, very short time that you can store it. So it just depends on what you're having done. If you have an emergency situation, it's not going to help. Of course, yeah. Memorial April 2nd, and after April Fool's Day. Yes, I know. Hi, Pam. Oh, Cedric put it in the trash. That's funny.
I love it.
I'm kind of bummed that the memorial isn't on April Fool's Day.
That would be fun.
That would have been great. April Fools. They don't really celebrate. Actually, that's whole nother topic about the memorial of Jesus' death.
I always wanted to go and partake in the emblems, but
we've seen people. You've probably seen rated the memorials where they go in and they partake.
Yeah.
Oh, if you turn the invitation upside down, it's Jesus's hands look like something subliminally perverted. Oh, really?
Oh no!
I gotta see this.
They're always doing that.
Man, now I need to go get an invitation. I want to see what kind of subliminal message it is. You could always put it in an unstamped envelope and return it to Kingdom Hall. That's true. But that's another thing, too, about
they deliver them to us, or they had last year.
Yeah. Oh, they're supposed to go door to door and leave it in your door if you're not there.
Yeah.
But that's the other thing about the memorial is, so basically, they claim to be Christians that believe in Jesus as the Savior, and yet they reject him because he says, in order to inherit the kingdom of God, you must eat the blood and drink, eat the body and drink the blood. And so they don't do that. They refuse. And with the exception of the 144,000. So which is interesting that they have that in common with satanic cults. Satanic cults also purposely make the blood, or I mean the wine and the bread, and then they don't eat it because they reject it. Now I know Jehovah's Witnesses aren't seeing it like that, but my thoughts are like they just basically have demoted Jesus, claiming that they're Christians, and that's really not the Christian way if they claim to be Christians. So
Diane Smith. It looks like a guy's private parts.
Oh, really? Of course, it always is like that, isn't it?
They're obsessed with penises for some reason.
Yeah. I mean, they never have the other, it's always the male.
I have saw that on something.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You can look it up on the internet, and there's a whole bunch of things that are subliminally in there. And I saw that once.
Any other body parts? Like boobs?
I'm not sure. Guys, do y'all know? The only thing
I've only seen like demons and
was going to Olive Garden afterwards.
Oh yeah, that's right. Going to Olive Garden. Yeah, that's right. We always would go out to eat. That was fun. Yeah. Oh, hi, Pasta Babe.
Oh, Pasta Babe, hey.
One's blood can be stored for 42 weeks, which is 9.5. Oh, God, that's a long time.
It is.
It's like being pregnant. Okay, Jay says he thought it was 42 days. Let's ask
Well, right here, I just give blood, so I can tell you what it says.
How long can it be stored?
It says here, even though they used it, but it tells you here. It says donation storage. Donation stores for up to 1 year.
Oh, there you go.
It says when test results are received, units suitable for transfusions are labeled and stored. Red cells are stored in refrigerations at 6 degrees Celsius for up to 42 days, and platelets are stored at room temperature in agitators for up to 5 days.
Wait, so what is?
Oh, it's plasma. Plasma, and what is this?
It depends on. Okay, so that's where the confusion is. The red blood cells are only 42 days.
What is this?
The plasma and it says cryoprecipitate are frozen and stored in freezers for up to 1 year.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So the plasma can be stored longer. The red blood cells, it's 42 days.
Yeah, and they use mine.
Is there anything else?
No, that's it.
See? Platelets.
Platelets for up to 5 days.
Okay. So red blood cells, 42 days. Plasma, platelets, it's only a very short time, 5 days.
Yeah. Oh, at room temperature in agitators.
5. Oh, okay. But the plasma is like a long time, like a year or so. Okay. That makes sense then, I guess. It's not.
I can't believe they use my blood already. I just did that.
Yeah.
I have to give blood sometimes because my blood gets thick.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Decoding JW. Hello. You're so funny, Jeff. I love your sense of humor. The governing body has approved Dracula making a withdrawal at a blood bank.
I love it.
They don't want members
Decoding
to
JW.
Yeah, Decoding JW. Hello. They don't want members to use blood, period, but they have to in order to get the government off their backs. Yes. That's what I was thinking. They want that charitable status. They want that money. That's what it's all about.
Yep.
Oh, hello, Desert Has Water. Let's see. David Aldridge. The transcript for this governing body update number 2 is available. Download on my server. Oh, yeah. So you can go to his YouTube page, and he has a lot of information there. So thank you.
Lot of information.
Thank you. I need to write down his name. Yeah. I'm like, I'm going to research on your page.
Yeah. But
yeah. Thank you, David.
Yeah.
Write this down. Oh, sorry, Dave. It's not Dave. Dave Aldridge. Mm-hmm.
The religion that changes with the wind. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my phone's shut.
Okay, I'm just writing this down. Okay.
I was thinking of something I wanted to say and just totally went brain dead.
Yeah.
God.
It's to be hoped you're near the relevant hospital when you need your stored blood. Yeah. Is Watchtower charity going to pay for the storage fees?
Right.
Yeah, what charity? It's funny, actually, they talked about on the update, which I didn't mention this in my current video. I just talked about the blood. They are doing something in Italy, and I got to go back and check. They're building something in Italy, and they said something about like, oh, we were so grateful for all of these volunteers, who, because you think about it, you're as a volunteer, you get nothing out of this. And then they were saying, oh, and we provided them food. Like that was like a pat on their back. I'm like,
for the volunteer?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm like, that you need to give them money. And then, oh, you know how they don't do any charity stuff? They happen to mention that, well, this park over here that they were like building something. There's a park, and they're like, that's for the public to come use. Yes, we did that. I'm like, oh, really? Oh,
yeah, the volunteers.
That's a big deal. Yeah, and what are you doing for charity? Nothing. They want to pretend like they were doing something, so they had to mention that.
But here's the thing: if there's a national disaster or something, the only people they help are Jehovah's Witnesses, with terms of course. There's a price to pay, but the only people they help are Jehovah's Witnesses, and the governing body or the organization itself never helps nobody. It's the members that do it, and the organization takes the credit. It's craziest crap in the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Or they'll get some stuff from the Red Cross and send to their members and claim that they did it. It's stupid.
Oh yeah, that's right. They do that as well.
Yeah, they got caught doing that.
Decoding JW says they send everyone to the Catholic charities.
Yeah, they do. That's actually one of the things they do.
We did. We provided. You didn't provide anything.
No, they don't do nothing. They're actually, and guys, if you know any dirt, anything, contact. Golly, I forget, but there's a news agency and a newspaper you can contact. NBC, I think it was. Contact them, and they have a hotline you can use. And just leave the information there, because I do promise you something's in the works.
Yeah. So Dave says,
may take a little while.
Each Christian must decide. They said, this is a quote, each Christian must decide for himself how his own blood will be used in all medical and surgical care. This includes whether to allow his own blood to be removed, stored, and then given back to him. Yeah, that's what they just said. So
we posted that in a video several months ago, 6 or 7 months ago. If you look at one of our lives, and that information's in that video about going to NBC, I think it was.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Or if you find out any information you want to share
with us,
and then we can go and talk about it and research it and put it all together. Just email us at factsonjw, which is the name of our YouTube channel, at gmail.com.
And if you know any CSA, there's lots of lawyers to reach out to. Lots of law firms that are taking up a lot of cases.
Show me one check from Watchtower that went to an individual with no expectation of being repaid.
There's not one.
Yeah.
Zero.
Damn.
That doesn't exist.
I noticed that they didn't mention transfusions. That word must stick in their crow. Yeah, they crawl, whatever. Yeah, I would say they don't want to mention that word. I think they're probably afraid that might confuse the members. I mentioned the new blood policy to a friend that is the head of nursing at local hospitals, and she just laughed. Yeah, silly stuff. I mean, I bet you would think like these Just if you think about it, like imagine going to the hospital and like, all right, if you go to the hospital, they always have to know, any kind of religious whatever, whatever you can and cannot do, right? And so if you can't take a blood transfusion, they have this big sign in your door in your room that says that no blood. But then imagine now they'll be like, well, if you can take my own blood and I can have it put back in, that's a new rule. And I bet the medical staff is going to be like, these people are crazy. It is. I mean, of course, the people are not. It's just the leadership, which we know. They know they're lying. They know.
I belong to St. Pius of Latter-day Witnesses.
So we got some Catholic, Mormon, and Jehovah's Witness in that word.
Just really confusing.
Yes. Wait, and of the evangelical
there you go.
sect, and you're like, oh, throw some Pentecostal in there.
I shouldn't. No. God forgive me for that.
Speaking in tongues. Okay.
My mother did that.
Yeah.
My mom was a holiness.
Show me. Okay, let's see. If you need charity, you are sent to another religion. Of course. But don't pick up any of their literature. Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, if you need some help, well, you can go over there to those, Catholics or those Baptists or whatever. Yeah. But don't listen to anything they say. Oh, and make sure you don't go inside their church. You need to stand in the parking lot.
Yeah.
If you need some help, don't go in the church. Tell them to come out to you in the parking lot.
That's where Satan's at.
Yeah. Imagine the HLC brothers are going to look even dumber trying to explain the new changes. I know. And to the hospitals. That's what I was saying. Like, they've got to be like, this staff is like,
but the members swallow this with, it's
like my mom just did. And she's like, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, good.
If you've been raised in that, that's all you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get used to justifying things.
Oh, that's a good point, Decoding JW.
What's that?
They condemn Christendom.
Yeah.
But if you are homeless, hungry, or destitute, they send you to a false religion to get help.
That's true. That's so true.
Oh, you want our help? Oh no, we don't help people that way. We don't, if you're homeless and hungry, we can't help you. Sorry. Go next door to the Catholic church or the Baptist church next door. But hey, we've got some literature for you. And that is where we're
feeding you spiritual food.
That's what we do here. We just feed people spiritually. We don't feed people physically.
Yeah. Even though Jesus said to do something different. And they left that in their book.
Jesus literally mentioned clothing and feeding people.
Yeah. The poor, the widow, the homeless, the orphan.
If you do this to the least of me, you do this for me. I mean, he said that. So if they claim to be Christians, what about that?
Sis.
42 is the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything, from Douglas Adams' The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh, that's a good book. I like that. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's a great movie.
I need to watch it.
Yep.
I don't think I've ever watched it. If they don't,
the movie witness gives the book.
Oh, okay. Well, isn't that always the case?
Yeah.
If they don't use the word transfusion, many Jehovah's Witnesses would not catch. Let's see. That there was a change, especially after all the world news details they fronted with before they got to the blood. I know they were smart about that, aren't they?
Yeah.
They try to distract you with, look at all these amazing things we're doing, and then by the way, we got this one little change here. Okay, bye.
Can you see what that says? Who is that?
I take Fort Nit Hinu Lit Brak. Whatever that means.
I don't know. Who is this?
The desert has water.
Oh, okay.
Unless maybe I am not understanding something.
Yeah. There's Matthew. Hey, Matthew.
Where's your glasses? Oh, okay, there.
I've got
Let's
it.
make sure we have some glasses.
I just happen to know the symbol. I see his little icon. I know. Oh, that's Matthew.
Oh, yes. It looks like two M's. It looks like his symbol looks like an M and then another M on.
It looks like a design. It looks like a pattern.
Yeah, it looks like a pattern, but it looks like your initials, like MM.
Could be both.
Hi, Linda.
He's into art.
Yeah. Hi, Linda. James. Oh,
I think it is. I think it is MM, by the way.
He's just saying hello to everybody. Oh, your phone was jammed? Okay. So, yeah.
Matthew, Windwalker. Windwalker. I like
come
that
on
name.
Here, you're welcome to come up here.
Who's this, Windwalker?
I was well, whoever wants to come. I was mentioning Matthew, but I hope you are well. Today I told myself after 15 years since I was 21, I stopped going out to service. The blood change sealed the deal with me. Oh, okay. Wow.
Are you a Windwalker?
Newbie here. Hello, Windwalker. So you are believing, you were following this, and like we're talking like just today you are feeling that you no longer, you're having trouble believing.
Guys, everybody say really hey to Windwalker here, and wow.
It looks like we have somebody who is recently mentally out, so that's great.
Talk to Jeff and Matthew and us, of course.
We're here to help. And don't think of apostates as mentally diseased and all of that. You know, all we do here is expose lies. That's it.
Casey, she definitely can explain. She was a Jehovah's Witness.
I was a true believer for 40 years.
Third generation,
and it was hard to wake me up initially, but I did come to my senses, and it didn't take long.
Yep.
Oh yes, the StreamYard is.
Where's Jeff when we need him?
I forgot to put it in the description, so I am just going to keep posting it in the comment section here. This is the link if anybody wants to join on the screen. The happy heretic, I like to say it like that. I hope that's okay. JW Memorial dates not matching full moons. Ah, right, because they're big on that nice and 14 thing. There's quite a few years here.
Well, I'll tell you this, Windwalker, if the blood thing got you out and the toasting thing, and
you can count your time here.
Yeah, I like that. And every change they've made lately, if that helps, go look up Johannes Graber, and you'll see where they get a lot of their information from in the early days. I was much more P mode, but I still wanted to give it a chance. Okay. Yeah, on Saturday before the blood change, I told the elder out in the service, I don't want to hurt people, but I'll be honest. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, oops. We got Nadine on here. Okay. I want to hear more of that story, Windwalker. And you can come on the chat if you'd like. I mean, on the stage. Okay. We're going to.
Nadine. Hey, Nadine.
We're going to.
Hi, I'm turning on the air conditioner. I was driving over to take a walk, but I'm going to stay in the car while I'm here. I'll just stay for a few minutes.
However long you want.
It is so hot here.
You're in Arizona, right?
Yes, I think it's 105.
In March?
Where are you at?
Arizona.
Oh, Arizona. Oh, I love Arizona.
Phoenix.
Okay, I have Landon surprised.
I'm trying to hold the phone right. Anyways, I have my hair up in a little clip because it's so
hot in March.
Because it's the desert.
Oh yeah, it's really hot, and it's hot in California too, where I'm from.
I own land out in Surprise.
Yeah, it's really hot. Anyways, I just came to say hello for a few minutes, and so I think this whole blood policy, they say it's a clarification, give me a break, but there's going to be a mixed bag of reactions, I think, to this. So the hardcore Jehovah's Witnesses will be just like, oh, this is such a blessing from Jehovah. This is so amazing. And then it depends if other people had problems with somebody that passed away from not having a blood transfusion. It's going to be a whole different story. So it just depends on, the different people. It's going to be a very big, wide spectrum of different reactions.
Definitely.
I would like to know how they've gotten away with not being sued. By now, we're not allowing blood.
Yeah. I think that this is going to open the door to that.
Yeah.
For sure. And I don't know how anybody could really believe in this anymore.
I know. I wanted the same thing.
Because what's true today probably won't be true tomorrow.
Right.
So how can you take anything seriously? This is not a serious organization. It's just full of gaslighting and craziness, and control, power and control and money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. We agree. I like what Windwalker. So he or she has been PMO, but then says, change the blood doctrine. I don't think my conscience could take it. And his response was, oh, now please, that won't ever happen. And then 3 days later, the drop blood link info happened. So, and yeah, so I mean that, and it could be like this person, Windwalker, that, you have people who are kind of on the fence with the religion already, and then something else changes and they're just like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Right. And this is a big one. The blood one is a big one. It's huge. Yeah.
We're hemorrhaging members like crazy already.
I was going to tell you, I've been around the witnesses for a very long time. My mother was, I was a born in. But what I was going to say is, when I was younger and I had the blood card, and it was never signed. You're supposed to go to an elder and have it signed or have a witness or whatever. I just put it in my purse, unsigned. I didn't want to sign it. I didn't sign it. I just did kind of things my own way, but privately. And, I still went to the meetings and everything. And, I did marry someone who was a witness, but he was never anything in the congregation. He was never a ministerial servant, anything. Which I kind of liked that because, but I did not have it signed. I don't think I really believed in it. I didn't believe in a lot of things. I would send birthday cards, or I would get birthday cards from people, and, Valentine's cards, but,
Wow.
okay, so this organization teaches you to live a double life.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I was sort of, but not really. I was, it was a kind of a very strange thing, I went to the meetings. I didn't want to go to the meetings. I'd rather stay home in the evening and just, cook and watch TV. I didn't want to go to the meetings. And when it was pouring rain, I did not want to get in the car and drive to the Kingdom Hall. I can tell you that.
Or go in service if you were,
I know. I remember when I was in 8th grade, I came home from school and I watched something really great on TV, and I was doing a book report. And then, all of a sudden it's time to get ready and go to the meeting. And I'm in 8th grade, and I'm like, I don't want to go to the meeting, but I did. But I'm like, I don't want to go. I want to stay home and just enjoy, having dinner with the family and watching something on TV and then getting ready for school the next day. I did not want to go to the Kingdom Hall. I guess I had my own little way of thinking,
Well, I mean, I kind of felt that way too. I tried to follow, the best I could. I did believe, but there was, I mean, it just, you don't want to go to the meetings and mountain service. I mean,
you were a Jehovah's Witness when I met you.
To go. I didn't want to. You don't know.
When I first met her, she sneezed and I said, "Bless you." Her answer was, "Don't say that."
But that doesn't mean that I want to go to the meetings.
That's so cute. I love it. I love you guys. You guys are great.
Thank you. Yeah, but like, I mean, the meetings were always a burden, and the field service. But I mean, you
hated going out in service too.
Oh,
I was a bad JW girl. I remember one time, I think I was probably about 18 or 19, and I went to the circuit assembly, and I was really sad because the guy that I liked, he was a witness, but then he stopped being. It's a long story.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then I would go and I would see my friends with their boyfriends and stuff, and I was really sad. So I just left the assembly. I just left, and I had a friend, and I still remember her name was Julie, and I said, Julie, let's just get out of here. I can't take it anymore. So we left. We left. I drove. I think it was in Norco, which is Norco, California, where they have the circuit. The circuit assembly. And so she left with me, and her dad was an elder. And when he found out that I encouraged her to leave with me, he was so mad at me, and he told Julie not to associate with me because I asked her to leave in the assembly. So I said, let's just get out of here. Let's go get a bite to eat. Let's just get out of here. I can't take it anymore.
I know. Yes, it's stressful.
It's okay. Like, say you had a boyfriend, right? That would be the big draw for a lot of girls. It's like if you had a boyfriend, right? Then you didn't mind going to the assembly, and then you got to hang out with him, and then go out to dinner afterwards. That was the big thing. Everybody wanted to go out to dinner, after the assembly.
Yeah.
I know. I was probably a really bad JW, but
no, you were a good one.
But I was around it for so long, so I just know so much about it because I was, grew up in it.
Absolutely. And now you're winning all the prizes, Nadine.
What was that?
I said, and now you're winning all the prizes.
Right. That's because I was around it too many years.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's true.
I want you on my team, Nadine, if it comes to competition time. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty good with the trivia. And I used to observe a lot of things like with the elders and things like that. So I know a lot of the political things that went on, even though I wasn't a ministerial servant or an elder, I still knew a lot of things that went on,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I imagine a lot of the ministerial servants and the elders know way more dirt and things, which was fine. I didn't want to be that anyway. If they offered it to women, I wouldn't have wanted it anyway. I'd be the one that said, no, thank you. I don't want to do that. And furthermore, I did not like giving talks.
Me neither.
I would have stage fright.
Me too.
I'm better now. I can go on camera now and I can talk. But then I didn't want to get on stage and do a little skit, with someone.
Uh-huh.
And then you had to write the talk. I did not like writing the talk. That was so stressful. So anyway.
I agree. It was very stressful for me too.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't even hardly comment, actually. That's how bad it was for me.
Yeah. I didn't like commenting either. I told you I was a bad JW girl. I really was.
But it's like you can still believe in it for a while.
I did. I was still mentally in for a lot of it.
Yeah.
Even though, I didn't want to be there and this and that. It grabs you, So,
yep.
But I didn't fully believe in it all the way, but enough to be brainwashed.
Yeah.
And that's the sad part. So, and I tried to leave a few times, but I was dragged right back in because of my mother. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, Dallas.
Makes sense.
I tried.
Hi, Dallas.
Well, hi there, Nadine. I like that story about your story about trying to escape and how I love how you saying that you were jealous that you weren't paired off and your friend were.
What was that?
About wanting to have a partner and be paired off.
Oh, you mean at the assembly?
Yes.
Yeah, because that would be the only interesting thing. Otherwise, you were just in for girls. Anyways, I don't. Casey might be able to relate to this.
Were you allowed to?
It was really all about having a boyfriend, right, Casey?
Were you allowed to have one?
She stepped out of the room just for 1 moment.
Yeah, I'm from California, so yeah. Uh-huh.
Were you allowed to have one? Just curious.
Oh, yes. Uh-huh.
It wasn't like you were raised in a Muslim country or something.
No. In California, everybody would, have boyfriend, girlfriend. Yeah. And we didn't have chaperones either.
It wasn't like you were in Afghanistan or Saudi Arabia, Yemen.
No.
Right.
Sudan or Somalia.
No purpose.
No. And I know like other states were more strict. It's funny because I hear other people talk about, different states, I guess like back east or I don't know, southern states were more strict. But in California, no, it's all about going to the beach and having a boyfriend.
Less puritanical.
All right. On the southern states thing, I'm originally from South Alabama.
Uh-huh.
The wildest place you will ever go on this planet.
Okay.
We have 24-hour liquor laws.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it's nobody's really Christian. So you don't meet a lot of Christians. It's kind of a weird place. And I went from there to Southern California. So
yeah, so you know what California's like. And
when I first went out there, I was in North Ridge.
Well, have you ever been to the Dodger Stadium with one of those big assemblies? Okay. Yes. So that was a big meat market.
Yes.
Because everybody would walk around and,
I spent my youth on the Strip. So.
Yeah.
Between Gazares and the whiskey and Rainbow.
Yeah. Because, see, I didn't have a very great high school life because of being a Jehovah's Witness. So it teaches you have to get a boyfriend that's a Jehovah's Witness. I couldn't have a worldly boyfriend. So I would have been better off probably, but.
She said something a while ago. She wanted to know what you'd probably know. She said something about you had to have, it made it more fun if you had a relationship or you was more likely to be more.
Yeah. At least you weren't forced into an arranged marriage in a foreign country.
No, thank God.
That you didn't grow up in extremist Muslim.
But Dallas, you had to marry someone that's a Jehovah's Witness.
But I did marry someone who was a Jehovah's Witness, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, they tried to arrange my marriage.
And that leaving with your friend, him being elder, he thought that was a shame to him. It sounds like the way you're speaking.
My friend that was an elder?
She was an elder's daughter.
Me? No, I wasn't.
She was your friend.
Oh, Julie, yes.
And
I feel thought it was such bad association.
And I think that he thought that was a shame to his honor.
He was just upset because she left.
Not that it's such a shame he'd kill her over it.
Oh my Lord.
Honor killings.
Right.
That's terrible.
No, but that's how.
Yeah.
I dated an Indian girl one time, and her dad was like that.
Oh, from India.
Yeah. That's the only assembly that I ever left. But I just couldn't stand it. I just couldn't take it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, well, I'm gonna go for my little walk before 6th grade comes on. But I wanted to come on and say hello.
Thank you so much, Nadine.
Well, thank you for stopping by, and I thought I'd stop by while you're here.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Well, Nadine, you always tons of fun.
Thank you. Yeah, I've heard that before a few times.
Yeah, you heard it from me.
I like that. Yeah. I've been told that I'm not boring, so that I guess that's a good compliment.
That's a wonderful compliment.
It is. You have your own YouTube channel.
What was that?
You need your own YouTube channel.
You have your own, yeah.
Yeah, I've done a few things with, Gilbert. We do movie reviews. GG for GB.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we've done some movie reviews. We just did the Elvis Epic movie together.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. What'd you think of the movie, by the way?
Oh my God, it was amazing. I loved it.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to watch it.
It was so good. You can go over and check out the movie review.
Okay.
We've done other movie reviews also.
I love movie reviews. I love movies.
Yeah, I'll go over and check it out, Casey. But I wouldn't mind having a YouTube channel. I don't know. I'd have to. I'm not that great on the computer because Gilbert does all the computer stuff.
Yeah,
but I guess
I'm learning. I'm in the middle of learning.
Yeah, you're good. You're really good, Casey. I watch your stuff during the week.
I'm learning. I mean, it's a work in progress. I'm hoping.
Yeah. Yeah, I have tons of JW stories also.
Oh.
Well, because of my mother and all that.
Interview.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, I'll see you guys. I'll see Dallas and Matthew over at Six Screens, I'm sure.
I hope to make it there.
Oh, you usually do, don't you, Dallas?
Yeah, I at least stop in, and usually stop in at Linda's show too, even if it's just to stop in.
Is Linda on? Is Linda on the chat today? I thought she was.
Yes, she is.
Oh, hi,
She's
Linda.
in the house.
I love Linda James.
Yeah, she was on. Yeah.
And Joe and Fran, and stop by Ruby and Jimmy.
I watch Ruby and Jimmy, and I love Bo too.
And I love Bo, and I call him Uncle Jimmy.
Yes. Yes. I like Ruby, Jimmy. I like all.
And I am Ruby.
Favorites.
Oh, I guess
I have my favorite JW programs that I like.
Yeah.
I love Marcus Vaughn too. He's great.
I'll have to watch him more.
He's so good. He's so good.
Maybe I don't think of it, but I should do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Marcus is really good. Yeah.
What's the news? I like. We also like TV thoughts too.
I'm gonna go now, but it was great talking to you guys, and I'll talk to you again soon.
Okay,
we managed to keep you on just a little bit longer, Nadine.
That's adorable, Matthew. I have a fan. I have a fan.
Well, we all love you, so thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll be back.
Well, thank you.
I'll be back on again. Don't you worry. Okay. Bye, guys. Bye-bye.
Okay, now.
Bye.
Bye. I like. Okay, so this person here, Nita Mars, says my husband is a JW and is literally meeting with the elders today, a possible removal status, and I know he hasn't even heard about the new clarification.
Oh my!
Oh really? Well, I mean, can your husband wake up? Possibly. That would be nice. And I was wanting to mention something that someone else, Wind Walker, said that there's two types of Jehovah's Witnesses. The IMO, so I'm guessing that means in, mentally out. So you're, and you either live a double life or have fear of being found out and stay in, or PMEs, the physically and mentally in, and be stressed about not doing enough. Yeah, so both suck, right? And it's a stressful, definitely a stressful way to feel, a stressful environment, all of that. So for those people who are being shunned right now, don't, it's they are suffering more than you are, if you think of it like that.
Yeah.
Because they're living in a high stress environment.
What I agree.
Your opinion. Oh, excuse me.
Who said that?
You can see that I don't know these words very well. Excuse me.
Oh, that's what that meant.
IMO. Okay, what is this? Sorry. Okay. Anyways, we got the gist of it. All of you people that know all these abbreviations, I don't know how you keep up.
No doubt. I don't text, so I definitely don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I text, but I don't know every single abbreviation out there.
I was like, if you want to talk to me, I'm old. Call me on the phone.
Yeah. It's always changing language, kind of like Jehovah's Witness religion. Yeah. So, now, Matthew, did you want to share anything while you were here on the stage?
Oh, yeah, you had a few questions, right? You were asking about feedback from persons reaching out or still in the middle of the congregation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So distress.
Mm-hmm.
It was getting, in fact, it was ahead of time, and it was coming from, again, the heart of the system. And it turned out, I wrote some of the story there, but it turned out they had a sibling that had been given plasma, and they just had this perpetual guilt enforced by the community for 25 years, only to discover that, this was actually a big nothing, or whatever happened was a big nothing. And so the mother it suffered terribly. There was emotional, mental breakdown. It's just terrible. And so reaching out and saying, yeah, we realized for 25 years, poof, the whole guilt thing just evaporated,
Yeah.
That was the one. The other one was a pioneer who decided to reach out and says, yeah, the congregation's dead, Matt. Let me tell you, it's dead. We said, but there's also this other thing that they're having to fill in these, is it S19 forms? There's a big blitz on that. So congregants are being pulled in to sign these forms. And I'm going, well, why is this being pushed lately? What's this all about?
It's just a
recruitment.
I bought it on a cruise.
Don't know. But it's been hectic.
That's
I found the Bethel operation manual.
Oh, cool. My goodness. Wow. So what else does that say? How to run Bethel?
There you go.
Yep. All their systems. Everything.
Wow. Is there a section?
How to run Bethel. Yeah. Here it is, folks. You don't have this. I know you don't have this.
No.
I've even got the irrigation systems.
Oh my.
What's this one? Define. Oh, this is.
It's like it froze up there.
Oh man, it froze up.
Oh, that's okay. We'll get him back in a minute. So.
Oh, come on, that was important.
Yeah. Matthew. Okay. He'll come. I'm sure he'll come on.
The powers that be did not want us to see that.
I know, right? Crazy.
Satan said, "Wait a minute."
Okay, so in the
it's an evil cult. It's because Satan's organization being exposed, and he's trying to stop it. I figure.
That's true.
There you go, Dal.
Yeah, he's giving him a little help there. So Nita says
Bethel.
Oh, okay. All right. Matthew, I will go ahead and put this in the comments again here if you want to come back on there. So probably just had a little technical difficulties, everybody. That's okay. We got Dallas on here.
Excuse me, we're experiencing some technical difficulties.
Yeah. And I just want to mention here, this Nita says that her husband is still fully brainwashed, even though he's going to be removed, possibly. Do you think that the organization will make everyone get a new blood card? I believe so, because it's got to change that one section. Yeah. What do you think, Dallas?
You think they're going to get a new blood card?
Wait, I don't know, but maybe so, but I wouldn't get one at all.
No, you wouldn't.
No, but I think, are they going to change?
Because I shredded mine when I woke up.
Okay, yeah.
Dallas, do you fish?
I did last week. Okay. It's my fashion accessory. I've done it, and I like it. Once I done it, it was with a friend last week.
I love fishing, man.
I like to watch.
I'd like to have a rifle bullet or shot shell accessory for that camp.
Yeah. That would be cool.
So regarding the blood card, No Spring Chicken thinks that they will discontinue the blood card because it makes them more liable. Well, but then how would you refuse blood transfusions in a hospital if you don't have the blood card? Because that's your power of attorney, right?
In the 80s, Dallas, I had a belt that was made out of cartridges.
Oh, wow.
I wore on stage only. I didn't wear it around.
ST Copilot says, I have decided. No,
I love it. I have decided.
The governing body has decided that I am not going to accept other people's opinions. I'm going to write down my own opinion and save for later.
Okay, Matthew's back on. Yay.
All right, Matthew. Technical difficulty.
I think I got booted because of my contraband. Sorry.
I know, right? That's funny.
Yeah.
So
it was really good, man. I was like, what the heck?
You were sharing us some.
I saw Dallas getting happy. There's the purchasing manual.
Wow.
And here is the safety manual, which talks about blood guilt.
So
I don't know if you got this one. I think this one is available, isn't it?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
Yeah.
What does it say?
Safety outlines.
Oh,
so they go into the principle of David pouring out the water that his 3 mighty men got from the cistern in Jerusalem. Now, the water didn't have any blood in it, but they said, well, look, there's the principle of blood guilt. So this is why, they plugged the safety story.
Oh, wow.
But of course, you have a situation like an agenda where there is coercion to take a particular medicine, where there is cell lines involved, and you go, well, is there no blood guilt now? Is there no blood guilt involved? So here's the manuals that connect all that. You know. So
Can
it's
you
just
give a manual about pillows that Dave says?
Oh yeah. Anyway, Dallas and I decided to wear our blood shirts today.
I see that.
Oh yeah.
It just happened. I just happened to wear the color. It's not really blood. It's lighter than that.
I have a shirt that says that I gave blood and stuff.
My mistake, Dallas.
That's okay. Well, we're in red. It just happened, so that's a good thing. It just happened.
Yeah,
that is a good thing. I like the fact that you wore red.
Yeah.
Today would be the appropriate day.
Some are seeing red. I'm telling you that now.
You can bet. But then, they'll justify it, Matthew, in their minds. But there's going to be a large portion of them that says, all right, this is it. I think they're trying to get rid of those that would that would question. I really believe that. I think they're trying to thin the flock, and that way they got the full, whole, swallowed pill, the hardcore believers left, and that's what they want. I honestly believe that because they're losing so many members. Yeah, but they're losing so many members, and it seems like they keep doing more and more stuff to lose more members. There's got to be
it's so queer, right? Who needs Satan when Satan's sitting at your Bethel table?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, the desert has water gave you a compliment. Like he likes your frequency videos.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, he's got to work on some more. He's been busy with some other projects.
Yes, I have a girl band I've been working with. I've been working in the entertainment business, so it's a long story. I don't want to go there.
He's into music, but he needs to put some more frequency freedom music out there.
Yes, I need to do the AI stuff. It's more fun.
Yeah. Oh, there is an HLC meeting for all elders today.
What is these books?
I heard this on Fixing My Faith Live today. Really? There is an HLC meeting? Did you know about this, Matthew or Dallas? There's a
no, didn't know about it.
What is an HLC meeting?
That's the
hospital liaison committee.
Oh,
because of the blood thing.
But not everybody is HLC, eh?
Right.
So that would be 3 persons here on the.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna.
Yeah. You know what? That'll be distributed by Kobe's. Kobe's will inform whoever's on HLC. I think we've got one here on the peninsula.
Oh wow! Okay.
Hello, Mama Bear. Mama Bear has the one on the left.
Okay. So you are an illuminator, not Illuminati, but illuminator. Eh?
What are those you got in your hand, Matthew?
These are our Shining as Illuminators books.
Oh, that's a Pioneer book, the Pioneer School.
Got you.
I have the blue one. I did mine in Spanish.
And then there's an update, which is that one.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, is there? Okay.
What? We don't have that one, but you do that fully accomplish your door knocking.
Yeah.
Fully accomplish your misery.
I've got the instructors kit.
Yeah.
Because the instructors kit is a couple of gigs big, because it includes all the videos. And normally when you arrange a school, you've got to send out assignments. So I've got that whole kit. And then these ones. Anthony, you asked if I've got them, and I've dug these out.
Oh, yeah. See, I know what that is on the right.
Oh, okay. How old is the one
on the left?
On your right?
Oh, his right, yeah.
What
the green one? This one.
Uh-huh. What year?
Let's take a look. That's Sure, all the notes. I kept it all up to date too. Let's find out.
You said
91.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Mama Bear knows.
Mama Bear is up to date on this.
Mama Bear, you are one great elder.
I'm telling you. She's read some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've been attending those meetings for a long time, huh?
It was an elder's wife. Maybe he once was an elder. I don't know.
Yeah.
I heard that there was some JW cornography on the invite, eh?
Where at? On OnlyFans?
Oh my God.
Hey.
Oh. That's scary.
Sweet Jesus.
Wow, that's crazy.
What was saying?
Was I out of line there?
That's right. That's funny. No. We like to joke around here.
That's funny.
That's correct.
I'm the one that gets out of line. No, just kidding.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to run a Bethel, we got the whole manual here.
I see.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
With all their systems.
Yeah. We could start our own cult.
Yeah. Yeah,
You just need the Bethel
There's
manual.
another one. Be prepared.
Ah,
I've got a lot of Latter-day Saint stuff.
yeah, we could grab.
Now, Anthony, what's with your collection there? I mean, you've got Latter-day Saints and Scientology stuff, and what's it operating theta, and
I went on a spiritual journey when I was in my 20s because I didn't grow up in a functioning religious home. I didn't know much. I knew about religion as history, not as something spiritual or faith-filled. So, you start, if you don't know about that, you start searching for it because it's something that just calls for you. You know what I mean? And so I tried a little bit of everything. I even went to a Satanist church. I was like, I'll go there and see what that is.
Out of curiosity, not.
Yeah, she's going to clarify that real quick.
Yeah.
But yes, it was. It was curious. I wanted to know what it was about. It was kind of weird. It was not what I thought it was. And
it wasn't a good
experience,
right?
It wasn't a good experience. It wasn't a bad experience. It was just basically kind of like Aleister Crowley's saying, do what thou wilt should be the whole of the law.
Which is not good.
And then they're saying you got to believe. And I was like, well, I really don't believe. So I was like, what do I do then? So they didn't want nothing to do with me.
So you met David Miscavige, and
I've never met David Miscavige. No.
Nah, I'm just pulling your leg there.
That would have been interesting. But I did study with the Scientology. He's the guy that leads Scientology. Oh. I did study with him, and I found that. Yeah, I bought books and read them. That's how you study with him. You buy books and read.
Yeah, they never came to his house or anything.
Well, no, I went to their building in California. They have a couple of temples.
Don't you? Like once you get in, you can't leave, kind of thing.
No, that's not. You can leave. Well,
no,
if you're going to get on those if you get on the cans, no, you're not leaving. But it's like
you couldn't get out.
The Dianetics, I believe, is real. I mean, it's based. Well, obviously, it's real. It's based on real psychology. So I thought that was kind of interesting, but it was the only thing I found really interesting in that. Like everything bad has something good in it. Like Jehovah's Witnesses, I'm sure there's something good. I just hadn't found it. But
at the time, yeah.
Yeah, but I looked at my mother's church. I visited it once. That scared the holy crap out of me.
Oh yeah.
She was a holiness. I don't know if you know what a holiness is, Pentecostal holiness.
Was it evangelical?
Pentecostal. Yeah. They fall on the floor, speak in tongues.
Yeah, start rolling around and
Oh yeah.
Somebody might be there.
Yeah.
So
have we got anybody who's got a received spirit? Step forward.
Respect for
I know you, Dallas. Dallas, you've got something to say. Come forward and say it and accept the blood of Jesus.
Yes, my thing neither. So
can you feel that power?
I don't know. You name a church, I've been to.
Yeah. So you know,
in California, man, that anything you could think of was there. I even met the children of God there.
Listen, I found a few JW congregations like that in Florida and Miami. Oh, running like that.
Yeah, I bet you did.
We had Dallas come back to us.
Dallas fell over.
Can I mention what Apostle Babe says? 90 year with the year his son was born. Last year, my son told me and Jesus. He's an atheist, but because I raised my kids in mainstream Christianity, he knew I would laugh.
Just to put it like this, I was in 1983. I was pretty much grown, and I was in LA.
Okay, yeah.
I've got some age on me, but
okay.
You'd be a great TV evangelist, Matthew. Happy Thought says.
Matthew,
a snake handler.
And Jesus said, "Hey." Watch him fall on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw one of those.
That's the way they get, man. They get real dramatic. Like there used to be this guy named Oral Roberts.
Yeah.
And my mother loved him much. And he said if you didn't give him money, God was going to rapture him on into heaven.
Like, all right, well, bye. I'm just kidding.
I was like, wow. Go ahead, Oral, you go, brother. So
I
growing
forgot
up,
what we're talking about.
I started reading the Bible and started believing. So
Oh, dear.
and then I met her, which was actually a big help for me spiritually.
Okay.
Even though she was a witness, and I found that to be a joke. No offense to you guys. I don't mean that
Well,
ugly.
he didn't know in the beginning.
I thought it was just a Christian group. I didn't know it was another cult.
He started reading and studying with them, and then it didn't take too long to figure out.
I'd already experienced all those cults, and when somebody's going to tell me that I got to do something and I can't use my own brain, I got to listen to them.
You can't be brainwashed. You're invincible.
No, because even the most brilliant minds can be brainwashed. But
but I said you can't. You've already. That's true. There's lots of different things, I guess.
Right.
You're right there, Dallas.
Dallas about to die over here.
Sorry, Dallas, if I set you off or anything. Sorry.
You didn't.
Of everything there, Matthew.
Well, it's good being with you folks. You guys have been missed a lot. You know that. I know you're taking your sabbatical now.
Yes. It was nice though, guys. I mean, we needed a little break. A whole year of doing that.
Well, everybody needs a break, needs a vacation at times.
It was like, and we love the community because it makes us happy. We realized that during our break.
You're showing a good personality at Oranges. Not a sheep.
I'm sorry.
Bah, little sheep.
Oh, and here's a funny thing. Where I'm originally from, Stephen left probably 20 miles from where I'm from, where he's from. Is that not crazy?
Sure. Gonna pass out. Yay! That's what we like. I want people to laugh so hard that they're gonna pass out.
And actually, you need that. And if you're involved with this your whole life, you need to laugh.
Yeah. Life is good. On the other side of the cult, it's good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Sure. Okay.
Dave says that all organized religions that have spiritual leaders are cults.
To some extent, I agree with that.
Yeah,
that's true.
So. I mean, there's different levels.
Some are harmful, and some are not.
Yeah. There's like different levels, different degrees of control. You could say.
There's harmful cults, and then there's cults that are not harmful. Just depends. But a cult's a cult.
Maybe,
no matter how
you can just like even the word. It's very like kind of a taboo word. You know, I remember being a Jehovah's Witness, and someone had told me that that they were always told Jehovah's Witness was a cult, and I was like, what? No, you know, like that's offensive. And as you think of a cult, and like Jim Jones, you think of somebody who has one leader, not several men, but one, and that he dictates everything, and then you will die for this person, and that's what comes to your mind when you think of a cult.
But that describes Jehovah's Witnesses. They would die for that religion.
But it's a group of men. That's different. You know, when you think of it like in your head as a Jehovah's Witness, you're not thinking, okay, these group of men are cult leaders, you know.
Those men is who they actually worship.
It's just
they don't realize
one. You always
one. I absolutely.
But in the end, it really is. It doesn't have to be one person. It can be several people, like in this case, that are, you know, brainwashing people.
Now, the thing about cults that didn't get me with the like Latter-day Saints or LDS or whatever you want to call them was I never understood how they qualified as a cult, because you can leave if you want, you can come and go as you want, you can go to other churches and still go back. They don't care. It's like, man, you got free will.
Yeah, and it's probably like it's not a high control religious group. That is.
I don't know.
It's not high control religion in the sense that they're shunning people, but it's maybe different. Like, maybe it's a different type of control because it's controlling like your perspective on life. But I mean, you know, I don't know.
It tells me I've got to have callings. So I'm done. I got to go.
Yeah, no, that's where you get the guilt in there. Like if you're like, hey, you need to go on a mission. It is, God wants you to do this, and that's where maybe you've
got to have a calling within the church. Or you've got to do this. You've got to do it.
Yeah.
No, I don't got to do it.
God told us. That's a little controlling me, but it's not like harsh, like shunnings and all that.
I'm a rebel. I don't fit.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just what we've seen.
I was just trying to think about what's going on. What have I missed here?
Oh no, you just focus in on
all you saw was Dallas's nose and mouth.
I don't think you realized.
Okay. The camera. It was kind of cool.
Okay.
So I was just thinking about your what's it, Scientology and cans, right? Essentially, it's a lie detector test.
Right, that's it.
That's your auditing, right? Let's go into your memories and pull out your traumas and see if there's catharsis. I think that's it essentially, though. Of course, it's information gathering as well, which is for control.
So, right, that's correct. And they are called because they control you and tell you what you can and can't do.
Now, do you ever remember something like that with Bethel elders? Do you remember a parallel in JW?
About what now?
Oh, for me, the only thing I can remember with the JWs that screamed cult to me when I first met them, I thought it was a normal religion, Matthew. Because they didn't know better. I just thought those people that annoyed everybody on Saturday by knocking on your door. So, I used to offer them water and tell them to go away, basically, and take their little paper and throw it in the trash. But when I got talking to them and they didn't want me to give them an answer from my mind, but out of a book, it's like, here's this book you got to study in, and don't give us an answer that you thought of. The answer's in this book. And that's the answer we want you to give us, not your thought.
Okay. I
thought, okay, this is screaming cult. I mean, right at that point, I knew this is not, this is a cult. And they're trying to control my mind. I was like, no, I can't. And that's when I was researching them. I had not even researched them up until that point.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I had something like that happen to me. I don't know, 26 years ago, where there was a JW audit. And I went, this is incredible. And it was done very skillfully. But I was familiar with some of the methodology because of Thomas International, which does the psychological profiling.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, okay, well, this is just typical of any kind of organization doing the same kind of patterning. And I said, well, look, I'll tell you what, I'll give you my Thomas International report. Here you go. You can go and verify it. It's still on the system. And they said, no, we don't need that. We've got our own system. And I never saw it replicated, but it was very, very impressive. And I went with it. I mean, I confessed every little thing that happened. And, all kinds of intimate details I'm handing over, thinking this is the right kind of thing. But it was impressively done. And I can't say that I didn't experience catharsis. I experienced catharsis. It definitely happened, But I had spiritual growth before that, and I was just going, "Oh, this is just procedural or whatever." But I've never come across that ever since. And of course, they kind of stopped the whole Bethel elder arrangement, elders and elder.
Yeah. See, I'd never. I don't know. I'd never really been involved in any spirituality at all until I was grown, and then I don't know. I just got tired of the life I was living. Try something different. Yeah. I was in the entertainment business, and that's not a very good atmosphere. So.
Yeah, it's just I always thought it was because I was surrounded by actually genuinely good people, good circuit overseers, good. Zimbabwe branch, there was, in my experience, they were good people. And I didn't realize how toxic it was, or how much of an anomaly it was with the gossip culture and the slander culture and the controlling and the egotism. And in my head, I'm just going, oh, these are all irregularities. And it's supposed to be like this and rationalizing it, but not actually realizing just, no, this is actually a defining pattern, you know?
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, it's like hard to realize it when you're in what's going on. And then, like, I mean, I noticed some issues with gossiping and just, I don't know, people getting upset over dumb stuff. But then you just kind of like, okay, it's just a problem is just that one person and it's not the organization, you know. So that's what you start to think. It's just that one person. It's not the whole organization. But then really the whole organization is very stressful. It's stressful to be in that environment. So I think people end up like finding ways to deal with their anxiety through gossiping and, you know, because how many situations do you see where there's always some sort of drama? I mean, did you ever experience that, Matthew or Dallas, that lots of drama when you're in there? There's always some drama in the Kingdom Hall.
Absolutely. And even if you move, you think that it happens again. It ain't usually the individual. It ain't usually the congregation. Yes. It's the organization.
Yeah. Oh, it's set up. Yeah, and Lioness.
They're stressed out.
Exactly. They're stressed
out. And why so stressed? What's the stress? Because it's this gossip culture. It's people reporting each other and blowing things up. So I mean, what kind of mental health can you have in the middle of that, Dallas?
You have to snitch on each other.
Oh yeah, you told me how to snitch on each other.
I mean, I snitched too. I was part of that, you know, because I was trying to be a good girl and serve Jehovah and follow Jehovah's ways, and you think that's what you have to do. So I was, you know, part of that as well.
You were applying Leviticus 5:1. That's what you were doing.
Yeah, I mean, not to say that it's not like you personally wanted to do that, but you felt guilty and that you had to.
That's the thing right there, Matthew, that got me with Jehovah's Witnesses, is they take something good and something in the Bible and they cherry pick it and they twist it. And you think you're doing something really, really good because, you know, you're sold it as a pretty little package and it's in the Bible, but they don't tell you the whole chapter where that come from, what it's actually talking about. Like Proverbs 4, you know, it has nothing to do with new light.
Oh yeah.
And you know, that was the one thing that really got me with them when I realized another thing is they were full of crap. They take something really good and they sell it because the membership have very good intentions. They're not that good.
Oh yeah, the elders let it out first.
Yeah, the membership are not bad people. They're doing what they think is right. But it's misleading. They're misled very bad by the organization.
Yeah,
absolutely. New lies.
Yeah, there you go. That's it.
And then it's like,
just read Proverbs chapter 4 and you'll see what it's really talking about.
New lies, nonsense.
Yep.
Also, like
new light nonsense.
That's true. And also, like, I was looking up this whole 1914, and then I was talking to somebody about it, and I was thinking, of course, you know, I guess I didn't realize this. I was thinking, oh yeah, it talks about the 7 times in 2,520 years. And then the person was like, it doesn't say 2,520 years. And I was like, oh no. So I look it up numbers, and I'm like, wait a second. They have bounced all over the Bible to come up with this 1914 stuff. And I'm like, it's so confusing, you know?
The 7 rings on the stump and blah, blah, blah.
Well, that was the 7 times in Daniel, but the 360 was mentioned. 360 years, I think, wasn't it? Was mentioned in Numbers. I forgot. Matthew, maybe you could tell me.
I'm going to try and remember stuff I'm trying to forget.
No doubt. The thing that got me is
I tell you what, Casey, I can send to you. I can send you research department stuff on it. But yeah, because they asked me to take it on as a project, but I discovered that the chief authority was a professor who was a Jehovah's Witness who was disfellowshipped.
Oh wow!
And he was disfellowshipped for his crisis of conscience, for being the source of endorsing the 607 BCE thing. It all fell flat because of that, and that's why he was removed. And I don't think it's that long ago he was removed. Could be about 5 years. Somebody might need to fact check that.
Really? That was pretty recent. Okay, okay, this is what I was trying to look it up. So the 1914 thing, of course, we know the 7 times it's mentioned in Daniel. And then they're like, well, 7 times. Well, we're going to assume that's 7 years, right? And then
times and half a time, yeah.
Yeah, and then the 360 thing, it says 7 times 360 days, which is a prophetic year. And that's 2,520 days, which is interpreted to years. But the thing is that, I mean, it's just like, it's very confusing.
Sorry for laughing, but ST.
Crisis of nonsense. I know.
Oh, we're missing a lot of comments.
The chat's brutal.
Love numbers. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, it's crazy. But anyways, even if you don't go with the 360 and the 2,520, blah, 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 all you have to do is say, you know what? When did Jerusalem fall by the Babylonians? 586 BC. Okay, boom, done. Yeah. That you don't even have to go into learning anything else.
The Jews have never wavered from that date. I don't know where they come up with 607.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I do know where that's come from. Wait. Oh, no, but this. Oh, gee. So so this 1914 thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You start going into some massive. Oh, sorry, what's that, Anthony?
Didn't it come from John Aquella Brown or come before him? But it got really popular through John Aquella Brown and then to the Millerites, right?
Yeah, it's you're going into massive occult stuff, eh? I'm talking about channeling.
Yeah, John Aquella Brown.
I don't know if you've heard.
Yeah, this thing is major channeling. Yeah, you're getting into hectic stuff.
Yeah, well, John Aquella Brown started talking about 607, and then Miller picked it up, and then they started giving all these different prophecies on different days. 1844 was the original 1914.
Yeah, there's a book because they did this whole. Do you remember that UFO Awake magazine?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't done that one.
So there's.
I saw it before.
Cool.
So there's a book where so that Awake magazine prints for everybody channeling an alien being, right?
Right.
And the alien being. Yeah, the alien being says that there's going to be a massive population reduction to something like 8 million people.
Yeah,
they printed in the.
Sorry, go ahead, Matthew.
Am I losing people here?
No. It's just somebody was talking about the 1844 Millerite stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, sure. The great disappointment, Mama Bear's. Yeah, you're right, spot on.
And if you look up John Aquella Brown, he would be one of the guys that Miller referenced a lot.
Yeah, maybe it's not great to talk about openly on the public forum, you know. But yeah, look, I mean, they've got it in that UFO magazine.
Yeah.
Then you take a look at something like Lawrence Spencer, The Alien Interview, and you get the same stuff. 1914. I mean, you're going, sure, this is hectic, absolutely hectic. Going back to the 1800s, I mean, that thing is it blows it out of the water. I mean, it's
John Aquella Brown goes back to the 1700s. And then you got the guy that taught him. So, I mean, it goes back. The 607 was a misinterpretation of when Nebuchadnezzar was appointed the king. He was appointed king in 607. In his 20th year of reign, he destroyed Jerusalem and took down the temple. His 20th year of reign would be 586.
Lawrence Spencer connects what's going on in JW culture to Baal Moloch worship, eh?
Right. Yeah, that's true. I'll be right back, guys.
And you can see that because of the announcement with the governing body update that 98% took a certain medicine that was made with in the confirmation stages the cell lines, which was abortive material. You know the Catholics were putting up a bigger resistance. They put up a big resistance, and the Pope had to intervene. JW culture didn't. 98% did that, which means that 98% of world headquarters is compromised, and they disassociated themselves because of they compromised their own spiritual doctrine when they did that, and did it publicly. They announced that publicly. So it leaves you less than 2% of leadership. Well, who's that? Who's left?
That's true. That's true. Maverick,
yeah.
Hey.
Maverick. Now, we had Windwalker, who has gone very, very quiet. But Windwalker, if you're still listening somewhere, you are in some really cool community here. How you found your way here, I don't know. If you want to call it providential or whatever, but you're in good community.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Maverick says John Aquilla Brown was the first to link 607 in 1914. Yeah, that's what I had heard too. And we're talking, from what I read, 1799 was when he was around. So this has been going on a while. Unless somebody can correct me on that.
I'll look up the stuff that I got from research department because they had me working on it. It's just, sometimes I read some of this stuff and I get re-traumatized even just looking at it.
You have to be careful with that. Okay, now Born JW says he thought that 1914 was worked out from pyramid dimensions. Yeah, you know what? I think they kept changing. Didn't they keep changing what 1914 was meaning? Like first it was supposed to be like we were going to get raptured in 1914, right? Sure. And then that changed, and then they just kept changing the meaning of 1914.
That's right. But remember, you had the whole Palladian connection, and Norway with the Nordics. I mean, it's just how far do you want to go with this thing?
No, that's true. You can keep going and going, I guess. Oh, and Javier says the real meaning of New Light, the governing body effed up again and again, not apologizing for killing humans. I know.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Got it. Here's the thesis. So they asked me to look at patterns of evidence for Exodus. This was my assignment. 607 part thesis concerning patterns of evidence for Exodus. And I saw it was flawed, and I wrote back. I said, "Geez, your proto-Israelite sites that was discovered by your Semites. Yes, there was evidence there affecting chronology, but the side note is we were to memorize portions of the Torah as children. The biblical timeline must match evidential timelines, and Beltic doubts RAHL agnostic anachronism, Ramesses City." It's all, look, there's, I don't want to keep going on to it. There's a hell of a lot of information, but it goes to references like Merimpta Stella, which is the site point, the astrological connection. So look, for anybody who wants to look into it, you've got your 607 part thesis, which is handled by patterns of evidence for Exodus. So they were basing a lot of it on that.
I can't move. Coco's in the way.
But the problem is they didn't do an antithesis. So Who is it? University of Arizona, Israel Finkelstein, and your professor of archaeology at Tel Aviv University.
Mm-hmm.
Amalhai Mazar, professor of archaeology at the Hebrew University. Eric Klein, professor of classics and anthropology at George Washington. Look, it's lots of boring stuff, and but that was the project that was given for the 607 stuff. It was huge, but I could see that it all went down, or it all boiled down to their professor, who was a Jehovah's Witness, who basically said, no, I have a crisis of conscience that you relied on this, and I supplied it to gain the brownie points. And of course, it's just nonsense.
Yeah, here's little Joey. He wanted to say hello to everybody.
Hello, Joey.
Okay, Joey. He's very sweet. Okay, that's a good boy. Joey.
Now the one down here on the floor, she's only sweet to him. She's full of herself.
I can't pick her up. She gets mad at me.
Oh yeah. This is the book I was telling you about, Matthew. This is one of them. It's a reproduction of it.
What is that, Anthony? This is the Jew. What is it?
Paula Brown.
Right. Oh, yes. Did Maverick mention that?
Huh?
Maverick mentioned something, right?
The Jew, the Master Key of the Apocalypse by John Aquila Brown. It was printed 1827. He done several books, but he mentions 607 in this book.
Okay.
Just for the hits and giggles of it. I thought you might.
What's that one? Grand Plan of the Ages. That's not the same as. Who's printed that, Anthony?
This right here was printed by the. Let's see. Dome Bible Society.
Hold on a second.
Okay. Oh. Our other dog. Oh, your lap dog is ignoring you today. No spring chicken. Why? Coco, you want me to pick you up? Yeah, right.
No way.
She just wants me to get her something to eat all the time. Okay, Matthew went to go check on something.
Yep. And then, of course.
Say hi to Maverick.
Maverick, where's Maverick?
Maverick's on here.
Hey, Maverick, what's up, man?
Mav.
And of course, you got this.
Oh my God, Rick Farron. Dallas, you're funny. Rick Farron's show.
What did Dallas
he
say?
Said, touched by the testicles of the Watchtower is on right now.
Oh, geez. Oh, there you go.
Oh, that is
so that's the JW version of it.
That's the JW version of it. But guess who prints it? Fort Worth Bible students.
Oh, my, the same people that printed this one, basically.
Yes. Does yours say Fort Worth?
No, mine says Dome Bible Students, Chicago, Illinois.
I should have been maximizing this picture the whole time.
See, I'll show you mine.
Well, now.
Well, here it says something different. Here it says this, Matthew. Can you see that?
Hold on, I gotta minimize it. Wait, his is.
Okay.
In the back.
Okay, so you guys want to zoom in on? Yeah.
Can you see better now?
Yeah. Okay, so we got a match. So that is what's the address there? Oh, I've got to get my magnifying glass.
This one. Oh, okay. You ready?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so it says order internet. Oh, internet, and then it says all right to Chicago Bible students. Okay, so Chicago Bible students. So these guys are the Fort Worth Bible students.
There's another one. Hold on, Matthew. Right here's a little sticker inside that says something different.
John Aquila Brown was the first one to link 607.
The Pastoral Bible Institute. Okay.
Yep.
So Anthony, who are these Bible students?
These are the original Millerites, and they tell you they're the Millerites. And here's their magazine that you can get.
Oh, the Herald. They kept it. Good grief. So that's still ticking over of Christ.
Yeah, look at the date. I got this a long time ago. The date's 2018 on it.
Go figure.
Yep. And
it's backwards.
Yeah. Let's see. Where's their information?
Oh, love this chat.
So, but what blows my mind is our branch gave me this. They supplied me with this.
That's crazy because
this came from Jehovah's Witness Research Department.
Yep.
I kid you not. I've got the receipts. I've got the photographs, everything. Because I went, this is phenomenal.
That's crazy. But see, when they split, when Rutherford took over, they all left or was kicked out because Rutherford didn't like the fact they were faithful to Russell. And the Russellites, that's what I meant to say. And there you go.
All right, let's have a look.
Make it bigger.
Okay, hold
on.
Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. Hold on. What am I reading at? It says contact information, Pastoral Institute, Bremerton, 102 Broad Street. Okay, and then it says Bible Institute, Berean Bible Institute. Hey, yeah, okay, got it. I've got to use this now, yeah.
Yeah, see, they still print, and it's the heraldmag.org. There's the website.
Yeah, okay, very interesting. Yeah, I wasn't aware of them.
You wasn't aware of them? Yeah,
the mind blower is where this came from. Who supplied it? And this was supplied by
that blew my mind because that's weird.
It's very weird.
And it was called, what's the name of the website?
It's called.
Okay, I'm going to put it in the comments. heraldmag.org.
I don't know if it's still up or not. I bought these back in 2018. Actually, they sent them to you for free.
Let me see. heraldmag.org.
Yeah, they sent me here.
Yep.
It's still around?
Yeah.
Okay. They sent me a couple of free magazines, all kinds of stuff. They do not like Jehovah's Witnesses, by the way.
Isn't that interesting?
Hard to stumble into a group that has similar religious trauma to heal with.
Yeah, they do not like them at all because they feel that Rutherford stole all their info.
Okay, Dave says the Russellites haven't even changed their beliefs since the beginning.
Correct.
That he knows of.
Right.
They still use the old books.
Yeah.
Wow. So then why did Jehovah's Witnesses keep changing?
Because of Rutherford. Rutherford was a brain. Let me tell you something. You say what you want. Mm-hmm. Rutherford was highly intelligent. He was twisted. He was evil. Yeah. Hitler was highly intelligent, but I don't think I want to have dinner with him.
Just because you're smart doesn't mean
you're
a good person.
Epstein was intelligent. You're 160. Jeez.
Yeah. There you go. Another What were you going to say, Dallas?
Rutherford, he was the biggest problem that there was. During the Great Depression, he was living a life of luxury during the Depression.
Yes, he was.
Yep. Having
and those Cadillacs weren't like later ones. They were equal to American Rolls Royce at that time.
That's correct, actually. Probably more expensive back then.
And likely I'm surprised they weren't gold-plated.
They might have been. Who knows? He had gold-plated stuff in his bathroom, I heard.
Why?
I've got a book. I got it downstairs where it shows some of the interior. Scary. The inside of that place looked like a palace. Oh, okay. But wait a minute. It was justified because he done it for Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Yeah.
Millions now living will never die.
Millions now living, now dying will never live.
He's where the worm will
again.
Never die. Yeah. Of course, Jehovah's Witnesses don't believe it. But all religions. That's one thing I did learn is all religions, regardless of where you go, except for a few Buddhist cults, they all believe that there's a bad and good place that we go, all the way back to the most ancient of religions. So obviously, they must be a good and bad place we go.
What some of us, it's our choice. We believe that we go to heaven or we go to hell.
Right.
Which I believe that now that hellfire is real to those who do evil.
Right. And I think I think hell is different than what our belief is, because it depends on Judaism believes differently than Christianity in that regard. So so we get our stuff from Judaism. So I don't know. It's kind of complicated. Ancient Babylonian would be older than Judaism, so they believe in a hell, but it's not a fire. It's like a place of your own demise, your own torment. If you did evil, wicked things, you will go face those evil, wicked things being done to you.
The lake of fire, that's what they refer to as hell.
Right. That's what they refer to as hell. But Judaism technically is just away from God. To be in a place that is no peace, no rest, no nothing. You're just in a torment. So it just depends. I think we all have our own hell. Once we move on. Or our own heaven. Depends on how good or bad we've been. But that gets deep. Now we're philosophical and religious. That's getting way deep.
I can put that 607 reference that the research department uses, but if I put it in the comments, I'd like to just put there that it's a video that's been debunked, eh?
Yeah. But if you go and you research some of this stuff and see what's around today and what's there and where it come from, you'll see that Miller was, even though there was people before him, he was the big force in driving the cults that we have today. The Seventh-day Adventists, which spring the Jehovah's Witnesses, the Church of God, the Church of Christ, that they all, Barber and Storrs and Wendell and the lady who's had the visions for the Seventh-day Adventists and all these
Ellen White and her husband.
Right. All these people come out of that Millerite group. And they all spring out into like a tree blooming out into its different branches. And Jehovah's Witnesses was one that come from that through Jonas Wendell. People's like, oh, Miller or Russell didn't really know Jonas Wendell. Oh, crap. He quoted from his book, Meeting Through Season, a lot. And they document in Stetson stuff where he was actually studying with Wendell before he died. He died early on, but they still studied together. And then that guy that would be equivalent to a billionaire today, who's a millionaire, become president of the Bible students. The first incarnation of the Jehovah's Witnesses, which would have been Bible students. And it just kept progressing on till you get to Rutherford. Rutherford is the reason why everything's the way it is. Rutherford and Noor. Two of the most wicked people I can think of.
Absolutely. I agree on that.
Yep.
And they're lucky that I didn't live back then, and I wasn't, because I would have had my gun ready. Or tempted with that. I would have glad that I wasn't tempted either.
Yeah, Rutherford was the one to ban beards because Russell had one. Yeah, he hated Russell.
It's just such a hostile environment, isn't it? I mean, it's
It is.
Really.
It's very hostile. They create a lot of a lot of problems. I mean, like I said, the people really have good intentions. I really believe that
I agree.
But the majority of people have good intentions. And the religion has created a very hostile and vile environment.
Anthony, if I may, and if I'm putting you on the spot, let me know and I'll retract with apologies. But are you going to be streaming next week, or you'd like to space things out?
I'm not sure.
Okay, I've put you on the spot, and I didn't mean to do that. But yeah. But anyway, whatever you decided, and I think the way I must just rephrase it, no pressures or anything like this. Right. If you come on, that's great. The community really enjoys it. But if you also need to just, balance it out for whatever reasons that you have, we also understand that as well. But yeah.
Maverick, you're funny. You think we'll have JW.org self-storage blood bank? But what do you think about this stuff, Matthew? Do you think, in my opinion, I think Russell would have been disfellowshipped 1,000 times over today?
Yeah, sure. Because what did we see? From the time of Russell, he even put in the extra Watchtower the reason behind the charter, and the reasons was real estate. That was what it was all about. And he even goes to the extent of quoting that thing about Beelzebub. If they say that the master is Beelzebub, what more of the slaves? They're also, slaves to Beelzebub. And so that comes to now what Dallas says, Watchtower, and, quote, or making the connection to Baal and Moloch. The John D. Watchtower rituals that are done at the annual general meeting, for instance, and then you've got that governing body thing that we did together with the photograph and the pareidolia, and you're looking into it, and it's manifesting what? It's manifesting a seance. That's what the whole smoke thing is. Classic seance stuff. What do they say? Ectoplasm, Ghostbusters stuff. Yeah. And Watchtower believes in it because they print that ectoplasm is on the record. They don't discount it. They go, yeah. So whether it's a tulpa, whether it's a mental manifestation, whether it's deep psychology or parapsychology, however you want to categorize it, this thing's manifesting in this way.
I personally don't think though that Russell was harsh like they are today. Crazy, yes. Nutty,
yeah.
But it's harsh. He would have been more like the 7-day Adventist. And Rutherford took it into what it is today. And
yeah.
The thing is with that, the trying to foresee the future and all that 7-day Adventist stuff. And the 7-day Adventists are sweet people, don't get me wrong. They admit to their mistakes and they admit to their everything they've ever printed you can go find on their library. That's really amazing to me, all the way back to Milton.
Well, I was amazed at how transparent things were at the Gilead program, because they kind of just told you all the bad news as a form of inoculation. They kind of felt, well, if we tell you, you're not going to be surprised by this. And they used to say that Russell was basically a Father Christmas character. He was beloved. And when Russell kicked the bucket on Halloween, which looks very ritualistic, dress him up in a toga. What, you got that on hand, or was it a tablecloth? What was it? But yeah, so it looks very, very ritualistic, and
Correct.
also given its age.
You know that masonry stuff.
Yeah, but also look at the psychological profile of Rutherford. He was somebody who was pushing the whole judge thing. I am the judge. Was he? Was he really?
Yeah.
You know, because he stepped in once or twice. You know, it was very, very minimal. You know, but that whole thing was about, and that's why you look at something like that Kushner deal, where there was the East River deal going on. What was it, 2012, roundabout there? I was there for that, 2013, roundabout there.
Yeah.
And you go, wasn't that just a deal? That was a deal not just of property, but of people. It was like buying subscribers. It was having control of subscribers, knowing that you could sell so many cell phones, or, you know, get people to bold. You know, it's not just YouTube subscribers. It's a very specific psychology. And how many times had the organization kind of swapped hands? You see that you get new leadership coming in. I'm not talking about governing body. No. Talking about setting up, let's put it into terms of business, setting up a business and selling the business, transferring the business.
Well, you know, the thing that always got me with Russell and the witnesses with Rutherford and Knorr was Russell. The emblem for the Russellites, for the Bible students, was a cross and a crown. And he said that the cross represented, you know, it would always be a part of the organization because it represented the blood and the life of Christ. Pick up the cross and follow me, blah, blah. As soon as Rutherford got in there, good, 1930, what was it, 31, 32, he got away with it.
1931 is when he came up with the name Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah.
I don't know when he did away with the cross.
And then it's gone. Now it's the torture stake.
Yeah. Because
he changed everything. He changed everything that Russell had.
Yeah.
So why does your legacy families proudly display the crown and the cross, which is at 33 degrees? Why is that happening? Why is there... Sorry?
They were all Masons.
That's why.
That hasn't stopped.
Oh, they're still Masons?
Yeah, absolutely.
Around the cross, like
one of the things is to flash a Rolex. You've got a Submariner. Flash that. Flash a signet ring.
Yeah.
That's all going on. I know that was happening because of the we did the seal engraving on stone on the rings. I mean, we were doing that.
Oh, okay. I know all of them have a ring, yeah.
Yeah, well, they thought we were part of that whole thing because my father was trained for seal engraving. In fact, he did a painting of one of King Charles' girlfriends, Lady Russell. Yeah, he was very well connected, very well connected. So they were thinking, oh, well, he's one of us. We had circuit overseers coming in there and they're getting all these things done on onyx stone. So we've got a big book of heraldry. So you use the heraldry and it's got all that symbolism there. But I mean, you know.
Yeah, I didn't bring it up here, but yeah, I've got that. I've got the book of herald. No, because you got to dig through that stuff.
Okay.
You know, the more knowledge you get, the conspiracy comes down. You just realize this is interwoven into our entire society. It's not just JW.
Well, that's like all the stuff going on with the very wealthy of the world are all intertwined with something very wicked. And, you know, you hate to think that's the facts, but it really is the facts.
It really is, Anthony.
It's a very small group of people and we're not part of it. And thank God I wouldn't want to be. But the mega wealthy or mega corrupt, very evil, very wicked. And unfortunately, some of those, the witnesses, as they've gained, they're not considered the mega wealthy, but they're wealthy. They're now involved.
Yeah. I was invited to go to Ireland. I was supposed to. My tour of duty, if you want to call it the tour of duty. I was supposed to go to Peru. I was supposed to go to Ireland. I was supposed to go to Scotland. I was just like, I've had enough of this. I'm done. One of the things was Seychelles, which is the big granite operation there. You've got, who is it? Am I supposed to drop names? I probably shouldn't. But they fly in a helicopter and land it in the middle of the branch fields. Right. Lear jets, helicopters. It's incredible stuff. But you knew about our fleet of airplanes, right? Did I tell you that?
I knew they had an airplane, but I didn't know they had a fleet.
I'll show you a picture. Hold on.
As George Carlin said, it's a big club and we are not in it.
Yeah, I love that thing.
Oh, Mama Sue has to go.
Oh, I'll see you, Mama Sue. Thank you so much for being here.
Is it Mama Sue or Mama Bear?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, is that who said she had to go? Because she's down here when you said it.
I think thanks for a nice time. Oh, it's Mama Bear. Excuse us.
Oh, Mama Bear, glad you were here. Thank you so much for stopping in.
I do have a question for anyone who knows. Okay, so Happy Thoughts was talking about Vern's channel. He does some live streams, but I noticed
Vern's channel.
He does live streams for other people. Like he's not actually doing it. So how do you do that? Does anybody know how?
I don't know how he does.
How do you connect other people on your live
Six
stream?
Screens does that too.
And then, but you're not actually there.
Yeah.
Does anyone happen to know? It's like it's your channel, but
Where
you're
did
not
Dallas
there. Dallas is still on, but he's muted himself.
Oh.
So, anyways, just curious.
Where's Matthew? He muted himself.
He's got to find something.
Back again. So look, I know that there's other. I'll start us off, but if you want to identify these aeroplanes,
yeah,
they would look for photographs with airplanes marked Aid Afrique, which is this. So it's these airplanes, but with these markings.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. I see you've enlarged it. Okay.
Yeah. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes, I will definitely look for that.
Oh.
What is that?
2000 Yearbook of Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh, cool. Do we have that?
Oh. I don't think we have that year.
So the way it's become tricky is a lot of these books, a lot of these publications, a lot of these magazines all gone digital, so you can't bring up the photographs.
Yeah.
But I know that there's other aeroplanes with those markings, with the Aid Afrique. So if you see Aid Afrique, that was in an attempt to deal with France, the taxation.
Oh, wow.
There's no jw.org logo on the plane, though.
No, who said that?
No, because it's a subsidiary. It was a subsidiary connection. Aid Afrique was a subsidiary connection.
Oh, okay.
Another instrumentality that was set up.
Yeah, Joe's supposedly are worth about 50 billion max. I don't think it's that much. I really don't. But as an organization, I don't know. To a normal human, that's a lot of money, but to an organization, it's not a lot.
Yeah.
The mentioned in Latter-day Saints that just come out on them just recently, they're worth over almost 600 billion.
Ooh, big difference between 50 and how much is Jeffrey Epstein worth?
Nobody knows.
It's a lot.
At one time they said 660 million. Then they said, wait a minute, no, that's incorrect. Oh, wait a minute, he's worth about 10 billion. But nobody knows where his money is.
He's worth billions.
It's like his money vanished, except for his properties.
Yeah.
And not all of his property. He owns property in Africa, in Cape Town, that nobody ever even mentions.
No, look, there's hectic stuff here on the doorstep. By the way, I tried to find Bill Gates's facility down here. They have dismantled it. It's gone.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he had a big facility there.
sure, I'm like, what the heck happened? And so I started sending out feelers. I said, come on, guys, I cannot see this thing on Google Maps anymore. Where the heck has this thing gone? And I get told, oh, don't you know that Obama used to visit here? Don't you know he just used to visit? I said, so we've got Bill Gates, we've got Prince
there, or his Bill Gates Institute there.
Bill and Melinda Gates Institute, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You know, he also has the Monsanto. He's the majority stock owner of Monsanto.
Yeah.
And
but I mean, Prince William was playing rugby just down the road here.
Wow.
Yeah. Bill Gates was. No, I'm amazed at the territory these guys go to. I am absolutely amazed. And I'm quite aware of, I've mentioned black nobility before. You know, the real.
Oh, yeah.
You want to talk about hectic stuff.
Yeah.
And that's running into billions upon billions upon billions.
With all of the gold, diamonds, silver that they've taken out of Africa that the nobility has gotten paid for and the poor people didn't get nothing for. All the emeralds and geez, man. There's been more.
Yeah, they're still doing it. I got a report from Malawi.
Yeah.
And I was left just with a massive headache after hearing what's happening there. Because there was, I talk about tribal trust lands. And it's happened recently. It was like one of these isolated places where I'm going, oh, it's untouched. Great. It's so cool. Nah, they have just stripped it bare of minerals. And I'm going,
that's sad, man.
How are you guys doing this? You guys are the labor and you're sending out your mineral well. I said, I'm struggling to compute. And they're like, we don't really value this,
We're making all the money.
Yeah.
It's sad. The Arabs, man, you take a look at them. That guy, that king of Saudi Arabia, geez, how much money is he worth? It's like ridiculous money.
Yeah, that's true.
You got.
Oh, geez, I get really sad about it, man. I really, because I see it happening, and I'm going, geez, I don't know if you guys should be telling me this because it's so triggering.
But it's very true. It's, the world, the Rothschilds have paid more money getting the emeralds, diamonds, gold, and stuff out of Africa and made a lot of people crazy wealthy than any of us could ever imagine. And nobody knows the wealth of the Rothschilds.
Oh,
or the Bilderbergs.
Lioness says, cocktail hour, gotta go. Lioness, you're funny.
Oh.
Thanks for coming
Lioness,
in
thank
today.
you so much for being here. I'm sorry we got off on tangents.
Yeah.
We just missed everybody so bad we had to talk to Matthew, so we're going to get off on a tangent.
Am I causing trouble here?
No, it's me, man. But
enjoy your cocktail.
What are you going to have good? Tell us.
Yeah.
Well, you've got Rick Farron that comes up in about an hour, right?
Yeah.
I think he's already on, isn't he?
6 Screens, Dallas.
What? Didn't he come on at like 4 p.m.?
Dallas knows.
Eastern time?
There's a couple of things Dallas isn't telling us. He isn't telling us about Rick Farron when that's on, and the other thing is I haven't
6 o'clock
heard
it start. He started at 6 o'clock with it. The Anne Marie's show.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Which he has every 2 weeks. You know what it's called, don't you?
It looks like Aposta Babe is gonna do one.
Oh, Aposta Babe's on there?
Fixing My Faith.
Oh,
so
okay.
That's why I was wondering, like, how does he Fixing My Faith channel? He gets other people to come on his channel to as hosts.
Oh, we need to ask Aposta Babe next time she's on here. Is she still on here? She off?
Well, that show that Rick has on every 2 Saturdays tells about their stories and how they were affected by the organization. If you ever heard of that one, Anne Marie's show.
Yeah.
And then he does one every 2 weeks with Jay Hess, I know.
Then Joey
on
Frank,
Sunday.
Oh, Joey Fran's on Fixing My Face. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dallas has brought us up to date now. The other thing, Dallas, is you didn't tell us what you ate.
Yeah.
It was some nuts that I was eating.
Okay.
Seasoned nuts.
Alice, you're always eating something, man. What have you eaten?
It was some almonds, seasoned almonds.
Okay. Maverick says, Matthew, that you need to check out that documentary on YouTube, The Money Masters, directed by William Steele and Charles Collins. He says it's really good. So,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No Spring Chicken says she only comments here, but I do drop in to others from time to time. Okay. Well, thank you for coming on. Oh,
we
okay.
do too. We actually do, but rarely.
I was curious. How do you? I see you've got a live stream coming up. It would be 12 a.m. my time
on Vern's channel
Sunday, 12 a.m. Eastern time, which I know for you it's like 9 p.m. I think. So they are sponsoring you, huh? Wonder how that works. I don't know how to do that. Must be something you do like on StreamYard, maybe.
I don't know.
That's
something we need to learn.
Though. I don't know.
That's really cool.
I was just curious. I need to learn more about this. But that's pretty cool.
We could give people a couple of people their own time to do some shows.
Yeah. Be good. And Matthew, are you going to be on there today with
What's that? Rick's.
Yeah,
look, they're going to do a whole, or Rick's been promoting the whole.
No, it's Vern's Fixing My Faith. Are you? She's coming on Apostrophe coming up.
Oh, I've missed something. Right? Oh, hang on.
It's a live.
Sorry.
Are you familiar with Fixing My Faith?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's talked on there with.
Sorry, my brain's disengaged, but I normally join that. Yes.
Okay. I know sometimes they have sets through StreamYard, and I gave a set on their XJW Friends team. Okay, so it's set up that way. Okay, thank you for sharing a possibility. I was just wondering how that works.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's assistant, Linda's assistant. That.
Who's that?
Which is Matt. He is a Linda's assistant, which is he has a special privilege right there to be.
Special privilege.
It's an honor for that he can be.
Well, I feel it's a privilege being with you, Dallas.
I agree.
And a lot of people feel, and a lot of people enjoy your presence, and they enjoy Casey. And we have a sparkling community.
I love Dallas's presence, man. He makes me laugh.
and calling Jimmy Bale, he's been sometimes called Uncle Jimmy.
Uncle Jimmy.
Jimmy Bale. I haven't saw that name in a while.
Does he have a channel?
Does he have a channel?
Yeah.
With Ruby, he does.
He used to have one where he tried to do a pasta stock and those things, man. It was really cool. Of course, you go way back to the Round Table. That was pretty good, too. I really liked that show a lot.
I call him Uncle Jimmy because I do have a real Uncle Jimmy in my family, a real uncle of my own.
And Jimmy's done some really good stuff.
But apostates are so angry. No.
But I thought that he was like not doing XJW stuff now. Does he still do XJW stuff, Dallas?
Okay, Matt.
He's on that unrelenting political corner. That's where he is.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, do we get a JW analysis burnout? I feel like I'm close to one. I mean, yeah, you do have to step away from it some because it can be a lot of negative. I mean, not the people, but like just the whole like going over all the doctrines and stuff. It's
Man, just think of all the people that's had channels and over the years, and they get tired, man. Critical thinkers, man. They've been around a long time. Kim and Mikey's been around a long time. Now they still put a lot of stuff out.
Do they?
Yeah. Well, that's why I mentioned the streaming thing. I have been experimenting with streaming Anthony and Casey because and by the way, I could feel it. You know, even with the experimenting, I'm like, wow, it takes energy. Well, for me, you guys seem to be, what is it, quite fit and resilient. But I come away from that and I'm finished. You know, after 2 hours, I'm gone.
Well, sure, you got to.
The thing that got me with the live streams, though, Matthew, was the fact when you do one and you're talking about a subject, you're only going to get a certain number of people watch a live stream.
Mm-hmm.
When you do a video, you're going to get a lot more people. That's just, you know, the way it works.
Mm-hmm.
But when you talk about subjects and you see other channels do exactly what you talked about before you can get your video out because you talked about it on live stream, you're like, oh, I got to watch what I say. You know, it gets really...
Does that really matter though, Anthony? Look, I know that there's some that get on a competitive kind of treadmill.
Oh no, it's not competitive. It's like I'm working on something to be the first to put it out and really working on it, and then I'll talk about it, and then before I can finish getting mine together, somebody's got it put out. I was like,
yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, does that really matter? Because it is about awareness, right? There's two things.
About awareness, but it messes up my rhythm on trying to put it together.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Here's the other thing: is just this kind of connection, being able to interact.
Yeah.
You know, I see persons. You got persons who go, well, let's come on and let's hang out on a live stream like Dallas here or myself or whatever.
Yeah.
But then you've also got your community that come into your comments who are going, yeah, I can't necessarily do that, or I'm not quite comfortable, or my own rhythm is to maybe just be in the kitchen listening to this kind of thing and then putting a few comments while that's going on. But it's that sense of community which is needed, right, for mental health.
Right. Now that is true.
And I would actually put this as more important than necessarily, exposing the abuse of the spiritual system. I think it's pretty well covered that, but it's like keeping that awareness going, even repeating certain things. I look at a lot of these videos, even the blood thing, and I go, is there really a new revelation here? Is there really new stuff coming out? No, not really.
Yeah.
Thank you, Born JW. I owe all in our community for the love and support I have found.
Yeah.
Thank you. We appreciate you too. Let's see. I wanted to say, was it No Spring Chicken said something here. I said I lost it. Oh, I can't find it now. Oh, here it is. I stayed away from religion or anything JW for many years. Now I enjoy XJW YouTube, but I do not want to be preached to. Yeah. So that's the one thing to keep in mind for sure. Like,
right.
We can just talk about things, but we don't have to be like, this is what you should believe now.
Yeah. I think we're kind of done with that, isn't it? That's what it's all about.
I like critical thinkers.
But they haven't been putting out much.
No, but I mean, Screwed Generation. Screwed Generation will always be my favorite channel. First one I found.
Yeah, but he doesn't do that.
I know. I hate that. Was such a good channel. But
Kim and Mikey used to do theirs.
Hey, Kim and Mikey.
But they haven't been putting out a lot of theirs.
And then JW Thoughts, of course, Wally. Panda. I like Panda.
There's plenty. I think we all know all of the channels.
Well, if the channels all did disappear, what does that tell you? It tells you that people have kind of moved on. Yeah. That's not a bad thing.
Yeah,
well, the channels aren't disappearing. It's like
What do you mean, like
there's people, the old ones go and new ones come in.
Sometimes, yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Or old ones reinvent themselves with something new.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I've thought about it, and I've thought about the repetition, and maybe just don't worry about it so much. It's just different people. You might appeal to different folks or whatever.
Right.
What's the motive? The motive is.
That's not the point that I'm making. The point that I'm making is the live streams, when you have something you're really working on, you're working diligent on it to try to help somebody to make this point and to get it. And then you talk about it, and then somebody else does it, but does it totally different than what you were going to do. It kind of steals the point you're trying to help somebody. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
No, it's fine. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Anyways, we definitely enjoy having this community here, and we want to be helpful any way we can for everybody. And in the end, we all learn the same stuff, right? We all end up learning about the truth We can relate.
Well, Anthony, to me, you're doing a great job. Casey, fabulous job. To me, that's my opinion.
Thank you.
Whatever you're doing, I also want to acknowledge and validate your feelings there, Anthony. I mean, you've been doing this for a long time, but one of the reason why I'm here is I'm drawn to just the happy environment.
Right.
Yeah. If you can create a happy buzz, wow.
That was the whole goal in this.
I don't burn out of extra information, even close to burning out of spiritual food at a Kingdom Hall. Yeah, that's true. Because I would much rather listen to an insane amount of XJW stuff instead of having to go to the Kingdom Hall. Because honestly, what I used to like to do too is like you get the assembly rebuttals and be like, okay, good. I'll just watch that. Then I get the gist of what's going on without having to sit through 3 days of the conventions,
And I enjoy the XJW stuff. I know that I enjoy it a lot more. I do. Enjoy most of it.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
The apostate stuff is what I enjoy the most once I tapped into it.
Yeah.
I think you also got to try and find those with a like-minded sense of humor too.
That's right. Bourne says he could be at a meeting right now. Hey, these live streams are longer than a meeting, right?
We're probably putting in more time on these.
Yeah. And at the Kingdom Hall, you're just like, man, how much longer?
You wanna
make this.
You want to leave. That's what you want to do.
Yeah. Keep looking at the clock.
Yep.
That's the best part of being there is leaving and getting out.
Oh, I like Sheila's comments.
Yeah.
Give people. Can I read it, Casey and Anthony? Would you want to read it?
No, go ahead.
Sheila says, give people time to breathe, use their own energy, have a place to express themselves without negative consequences, to be humorous, to shed tears, to heal. What a great comment.
Yes, very good. Love it. Happy thought. Well, I didn't know that, but Mama Sue's been out for decades.
I didn't know that neither.
Man. And so there's people on here who continue to follow the XJW stuff even long after leaving Jehovah's Witness. So pretty interesting.
So glad you're here.
Yeah. Well, we will probably go ahead and end the live stream unless there's anything else you want to Dallas or Matthew that you would like to add.
Well, I just typed in something for y'all there.
Okay.
Sure, man.
The part of waking up is never going to a Kingdom Hall again. Yeah.
I better retype that again.
Okay.
I love being here. I'm still traumatized.
Oh, who
And
said that?
Mama Sue.
Oh,
And that could, that's also probably part of the ex-JW community to help those who are out that might still be dealing with trauma too. So
I retyped it. It's retyped now.
Okay, the best part of waking up is never going to Kingdom Hall again. Okay, yeah. I got it.
And plus more. And never going out and field, not door knocking, never going out in the field ministry again.
Mm-hmm.
Never going to a circuit assembly again, or a regional convention ever again, or an annual meeting.
Well, hey, is anybody...
Circus assembly.
Yeah.
A circus assembly and a wretched convention.
Is anybody going to go to the memorial?
What is it?
Is anyone going to the memorial? Just...
I don't want to go to that garbage. Waste my time on that trash right there.
No doubt.
Or a black mask, Born JW says. Yeah.
The whole thing is all fraud anyways. And
it's a fraud.
What
okay.
Did Matthew, you went last year, right, to the memorial?
You know what? I have very old people that cannot fully their thinking is so crystallized. I mean, they're extremely elderly at 90, so it just ticks over. My young brother will make the matzah or will make the thing, and so things are still ticking over. And I know that can trigger a lot in the audience, and persons are going, Matt, why don't you just sit them down? You're talking about people who can hardly see out of their eyes, can hardly hear. There comes a point, some persons are just too old and it's too complex. So to answer your question, yes, but we did it in a home environment. We didn't go out or whatever, because it's actually not safe. After what happened here, the family, they're not safe. It's a real complex mess, and it was these people that created this mess. When I say that I'm in danger or whatever, or some of us are in danger, we really are in danger. If they went back, it's horrifying, absolutely horrifying.
Do you want to read that one, Matthew?
Yeah, sorry if I got emotional or whatever, but that's
thank you.
And it's true.
The best part of waking up is not having to go to a Kingdom Hall ever again. I'm going to make a meme out of that with Dallas as the author. I think you guys should put also a T-shirt out with that.
Yes.
No doubt.
Oh, that'd be good. Okay, so someone was asking me how long ago did I go to the memorial, and I was like, it's not been that long, but I did the Zoom memorial in 2020.
Is that the one we did together?
No, I just did it on Zoom, and
we did it together. Yeah, because we told your mom.
Okay, so anyways, we did it on Zoom, and they just showed a picture of a glass of wine when they were passing that on. They weren't passing it. They just showed a picture. And I was trying, I think that might have been the last one I went to. Right. I didn't really go in person, but the one in person, I want to say might have been 2019. I don't think I've been. I was thinking maybe I have been since then, but I don't remember now. I forgot. Yeah. So, but I mean, I know that a lot of times they say don't go, if you have family or whatever. Some people will go just to please their family. But some ex-witnesses are saying not to go because you don't want to be counted, and they're counting you as part of the, look how many people came to the memorial,
Yeah. No. Anthony and Casey, I see that somebody asks what happened, or some person say, Matt, what happened? Without me taking over conversation or getting into the complexities, I don't know if it's appropriate just to say, go to my channel. I've exhausted it. Is that appropriate to say?
Sure. You just
What
did.
channel is it? Is it your name, right?
Yeah, it's my name. So if anybody wants to know what's my status, you know, how do we relate to you, Matt, or what kind of box do we put you in, or how do we categorize you? Are you a threat to our community? It's all on the channel. If you want to write to me and ask me questions there. But the thing is, I don't normally launch into it in places like this, because you know why? It's a healing environment. It's not necessarily to be very, very heavy or get into all of these complexities. But essentially what happened is the congregation, you had persons put the community into danger. People acted upon things, and it created a liability. So as soon as I put my face in the door, it's a problem. I don't even think they'll let me in. I don't think that they can actually let me in, because they've created such a bad liability. And that summarizes it. Okay. And it was all about ego, and it should have been a matter that they could have easily corrected. And they made one hell of a mess. Made a hell of a mess. If I put my face in that door, I'm just going to say, well, you guys have operated above the law, and you operated above the governing body. You did both, and you put people into harm's way. And my presence, just even if I zip up, my presence creates a problem there. So that's it summarized.
Okay. Maverick wants to know when our next live stream will be.
Yeah, that's Matthew asked too. I told him I'd have to talk to you.
But you also asked, is there anything I want to say? I wanted to say thank you to everybody. You know, that's not I think it's important to always have that gratitude. So maybe it's a kind of a ritual or whatever, but I want to say thank you to everybody. Dallas, you're great fun. Enjoy you being around. Enjoy the persons and the comments and the support there. And Anthony and Casey, you know I'm big fans. So thank you very much. Thanks for allowing me just to be free here, you know. Thank you.
And I'm just putting in here the name of your channel. It's just your name there. And so I guess if people want to watch some of Matthew's stuff on YouTube, you can go on his Matthew Plays Gray. Is that how I say it?
Look, it's a weird little channel. It's very, very weird. There's nothing. You're going to find all the information is all already out there. There's nothing unique. It's just me. That's all it is. If you go to my channel, all you know, it's nothing. Don't expect anything.
Like amazing here and like.
Yeah, it's just kind of my diary. That's all.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine, man. I would love to be like really amazing at digital creating. And there's a guy on YouTube that I like. It's really funny. It has nothing to do with things. It's called the name of his channel is called I'm Actually Lazy. And he's really, really good. He's really good at editing, and I just wish that I could do that. But maybe one day. But
keep doing that, because you know it's not always about activism. Sometimes it's about what's my skill set like, and how am I with videos, and what if Anthony wants to go and produce more albums or something? You know, knock it out of the park and enjoy yourself, and do the, you know, just have a great time doing that. You know.
Since I've been working so much, she's been doing all the videos anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to do more. But it's hard to do as much as I want because I have a full-time job as well. So
true.
You know.
Thank you again, guys, and I hope you come back soon. But if you also need a break, then you need a break. But it's been really good being with you.
Yeah, and we will definitely be back. We'll put it in. We'll put a post out when our next live stream is going to be, which will be soon.
Well,
go well, folks. Go well to everybody. Bye, Dallas.
Well, take care, man.
You too, Dallas. You take care, man.
Yeah,
hope you catch something. Huh? I hope you go fishing. You catch some big bass, man.
And I hope this summer I get to go back there. It's at Kings Mountain Point at URA National Forest.
Oh, I fished there or have in the past. Yeah.
and hope to go back.
Lake
Lake
Tillery.
Baden.
Oh, you
Baden
go to
Lake.
Tillery.
Oh,
And I hope to get to go swimming there this summer.
Go to Lake Tillery, man.
okay. Well,
Do you know where Lake Tillery is?
It's
Yeah.
pretty close in Baden Lake. That's where I know. And then there's places looking forward to that swimming. I hope to.
yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Well, you're not that far from us.
He's not far at all.
That's cool. We can
Yeah.
visit.
Yeah, we go to Lake Tillery quite, we have
Sometimes.
several times. Yeah.
Yeah.
You go water skiing, don't you?
She does. I don't. I fish.
Well, I mean, we haven't been in a while, but yes, I grew up water skiing.
I grew up fishing. We had alligators.
I skied. I did it, but was up for a little while. It was my needing to keep my positioning is what I remember that certain. And
Yep.
I bet y'all wear something that around regularly that's for that activity.
What?
She does.
What was?
I wear fishing stuff.
I mean, to water ski, you just need a bathing suit and a life jacket.
That's what I wear.
Shorts.
I'm gonna type it in for you.
All right.
So Matthew, thank you for coming on. Oh yeah, swim trunks.
Yeah, I think you wear it too. Each of you.
I do. Yeah.
I think she does also.
She
I
wears
swear.
swimsuit.
Yeah.
You can wear them if you got a top. Then they are actually gender neutral.
That's true. That is true.
Right.
Oh.
Well, I want to make sure
Man, I'm
and
sorry I'm
say
yawning so bad, guys.
goodbye to
I didn't sleep
everybody.
last night.
And thanks, Matthew, for coming on. Thank you, Dallas, for coming on today as well. And Warren JW, time will pass. I want to make sure I say goodbye to everybody. And No Spring Chicken, Mama Sue.
And you're on Discord, so I can share some things with you on Discord.
Yeah, definitely.
And Facebook.
Yeah, we have a Facebook page, Facts on JW. We haven't done Instagram yet, but I guess we should do that.
Yes, we should.
And we are on Discord as well. I mean, we don't have a Discord like Vern has that.
We need to,
but we don't have our own.
Yeah.
But you got a page.
Yeah.
And I did a friend request. We got it.
Mm-hmm. Is the name of your Discord? It's Dallas. Is it Dallas?
It is. That's why I go by.
Okay.
Well, take care now.
You too, Dallas. Take care, my friend. Glad you was here, man.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Mm-hmm.
You always make the coolest comments.
I know. I love it. I love little things he says.
I do too.
Maverick, goodbye. Thank you for coming in today.
Maverick,
SG co-pilot and Born JW, time will pass. Matthew, No Spring Chicken. Happy thoughts. I wanted to say, she says thanks to everyone who joined this chat quietly or commenting.
Yeah.
So yes, and have a good week.
We had a lot of people that was quiet, man, according to the numbers I was looking at.
And and everyone who came on earlier today too, and we had and J Mars and Lioness and Jeff, Apostol Babe, SD co-pilot.
Jimmy Bell never comes on.
No, I've never seen him.
Yeah.
But and then we had the new person who recently, it was like a PMO, I guess, and recently said, "I'm done after this whole blood."
That was
change,
wild. I know.
which was great to hear.
That was amazing.
Welcome. And we're really glad that
Windwalker.
Windwalker. We're really glad that you were able to come on and share your feelings on here, and just to remember everyone that this is a positive community for everyone to come on here and share their feelings and what they're going through. Yeah. So we nearly missed it. I didn't realize you guys were live today. Yeah, so I put a post out initially
2 days ago.
No, initially it was the post was about a month ago, March 21st.
Oh.
And then on I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, I put the schedule. So but we'll do another one soon. It'll be on a Saturday, always the same time, Saturday 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll just put a post out on when our next one will be. So but we do enjoy having everybody on here, and we hope you all have a great week. We'll be putting out some more videos as well. And remember that you can always email us if there's anything you want us to talk about on our videos. And if you have any new light that you want to share with us, please do so in emailing us. Oh, and something else I wanted to say is I've seen it. Some people comment on my channel saying, stop saying channel. This is the Facts on JW channel. And I was like, well, what am I supposed to say? It's a YouTube channel. So I don't know what the confusion is about. But anyways, I have seen a couple of people, and not on our live streams, but just like they were just saying, stop saying channel. I'm like, what? This isn't the governing body channel. Okay.
Oh, looking for new bass strings. Oh, here you.
So anyways,
23.5
everybody.
scale difficult.
Oh. Okay. Maverick, you're looking for
new bass
a new bass string. Oh, David says Jehovah's Witnesses are right about blood transfusion. The contaminating blood scandals in recent years proved it. Oh goodness.
I'll send you a text, Maverick.
Well, we got
email.
We got a pro JW. Yeah,
we got a pro JW where
right here. This David says that Jehovah's Witnesses are right about blood transfusions. The contaminated blood. There have been contaminated.
I don't make you my blood pro JW.
Oh, okay. Maybe I don't know. Well, anyways, I mean, yes, there has been contamination in the past, so you want to be careful. But they supposedly have better methods now. Hopefully, it's. I mean, would you rather die? I don't know. I mean, nowadays. They clean the blood quite well. And if you don't have good blood, they tell you. And I actually know somebody who he has a type of cancer and he was donating his blood and they told him, oh, sorry, your blood, bad blood. Yeah, we can't use your blood anymore. So they pick up on these things. I mean, they test it all. So it's supposed to be safe.
Yeah.
But yeah, Maverick, you're right. The point is Watchtower stay out of people's personal choices. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, everyone with an account is a channel. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, so it's okay for me to say, hello, this is the Facts on JW channel. Hopefully that's not a trigger word.
I don't know.
I have bad blood. It's called PV. All right, everybody. Well, we're going to go ahead and end the live stream. Thank you all so much for coming in today. And we
definitely stay out of people's personal choice.
Yeah. We're grateful for you to be on here. Oh, okay. Time will pass says I was going to donate blood, but was denied because I'm taking, the medicine. Yep. Exactly. So you see, they test the medication. I mean, they test your blood when you, let's just say you donated it. You didn't know if you had something. And they're going to say, we see a problem here.
They give you tamoxifen instead of Arimidex. That's wild. Tamoxifen citrate.
It's
an anti-estrogen.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's what bodybuilders take when they quit their cycles.
Oh, okay.
As unfortunately I know.
All right, everybody. Well, have a great weekend.
Later,
and a great
guys.
week. We'll see you soon. Peace and love.
Later.